first line is my name is Claude, so just repeat after me. Je m'appelle Claude.
Je te coupe là.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
Je m'appelle Claude.
Je te clean blue.
Gotta smile it out. I've never been a sweet time, hardly even smooth when it comes down to a cute girl in my room. I'm not even that young, can't blame it on the booze, cause whenever there's a cute girl, my brain hits the snooze. I got a prickle on my skin, I can play a violin, sing a serenade. Wow, summon flowers from my sleep, so caught up in your smell, down to whatever you say. Girl, I know we just met, but you make me speak français. Salut. Oui. Je t'aime. Très bien. Oh, do you know who I am? But you make me speak français. It's like we're in Paris, away from our parents. Kind of a chain smoker, but with you I wanna do better. Never been a go-getter, but I wanna get with you forever, ever. Cause you're not just a cute girl in my room. Never. Feels like we're in Paris, away from our parents. Kind of a chain smoker, but with you I wanna do better. Never been a go-getter, but I wanna get with you forever, ever. Cause you're not just a cute girl in my room. Never. I got a prickle in my skin, I can play a violin, sing a serenade. Wow, summon flowers from my sleep, so caught up in your smell, down to whatever you say. Girl, I know we just met, but you make me speak français. Salut. Oui. Je t'aime. Très bien.
He only likes her because she's old. She's probably like 25.
Were you
I
high?
love your face. You're beautiful. You ain't just a cute girl. You're my world. When you dance for me, you make me sweat, make me speak. You make me feel I could do whatever I want. I fear no harm when I stare at the sun. I feel so noble with you on my love. My will so strong, only limits the sky. I'm in a nice day. I've been like, go away. Now, every day. You make me speak français. Salut. Oui. Je t'aime. Très bien. Girl, I know we just met, but you make me speak français. I got a prickle in my skin, I can play a violin, sing a serenade. Wow, summon flowers from my sleep, so caught up in your smell, down to whatever you say. Girl, I know we just met, but you make me speak français.
All right. Everyone settle down. Class is in session now. Hello, hi. It's so late. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. It's so Oh my god, Jesus. Hold up. Okay, whoa. Hey. Oh, god, that I was Okay. Let me read whatever happened there first. Oh my god, Catnap. Oh my god, Catnap. Thank you so much for the $50. Anything for the Nightmare Gang. Thank you so much for $50 towards St. Jude. That has also been doubled thanks to Crafty's Match. If you guys don't know, for the first like $240, I guess like $190 now, donated to the stream here tonight. It will be doubled thanks to Crafty. So you guys just saw the number go up by $100. Catnap, that was really, really sweet. That goes towards helping so many different kids at the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank you very much for aiding in the fight against cancer and ensuring that these kids have as comfortable of times during their stay and their families don't have to pay for anything while they're getting treatment. Hello, hi, everybody. Again, so sorry it's so freaking late. If you guys haven't used the tonight command yet, I'm feeling a little bit burnout. I've been hinting at this the past few days, that this is probably going to be a likelihood, but it's a selfish Sunday, so I'm going to be using it as such. I think at the very beginning of the month, I warned that this could happen, where I'm gonna veto doing a horror game tonight, especially with such a late start. Morgan was just streaming. I was getting like a bunch of work done on the back end of like stuff that I had to catch. Finally caught up on my back end work though. Finally, it's been like 2.5 weeks, but I'm finally caught up on back end work. So all my energy can go into doing work I need to get done this week and into the charity and such like that. That is the sentence I said. This is where my brain's at here tonight. Doing game dev right now, by which I'm studying the code of an existing game and trying to learn as much as I can for it. Thank you for keeping my company on this night. Hey, Catnap, I hope that we're excellent company for you. Like, genuinely, thank you so much for hanging out and also supporting the charity in such a generous way. So mobile games have a chokehold on me. I mean, mobile games are fun. I can understand why. Captain Photon, what's up? Hello. Leah, hello. Hi. Also, thank you so much, Bryant, the Chinchilla, 48 months, 4 years. Oh, my God. I got to get working on that Rainbow Sylveon badge for 5-year people, because there's a couple people who already have 5 years, I think, subbed. But, like, it would be cool to get that going for a lot of the people approaching that. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. That's a long time to be here. Again, sorry for the late start, everyone. Just a crammed month. This month is always, like, intense. I was talking to Morgan about this earlier. We were going on a walk around our neighborhood because the weather was nice. And, like, this might be the last year that I just do, like, intensive milestones for the entire month. I might move over to a model next year where it's, like, just the weekends or something like that. Because I'm feeling it. And I know I'm getting no younger day by day. So, you know, it's one of those things. We'll work on it together as a community, make sure that it feels worthwhile, that kind of thing. But one of those things where, like, tonight especially, I need everyone's energy, vibing, you know, whatever you're doing here tonight, supporting the crap out of this charity, raising awareness, letting people know what we're up to, retweeting my going live, etc. All of that is very much appreciated. You aren't in your Benjamin Button era? You know, I'm trying to be sometimes, right? I'm trying to be. I'm not on the screen yet. Hello, hi. Welcome, I have a face now. Do what you need to take care of yourself. I appreciate that, House of May. Yeah, again, one of those nights where I'm definitely going to be enjoying the vibe away from horror games. And some of you out there might be like, oh, darn it, we're being robbed of horror content. Clearly, you haven't been listening to me this month, if that's the way you feel, because in reality, you guys are going to get a whole bunch more. What will be happening is next month, after this charity month is over, I'm going to be spending a lot of time trying to beat the backlog of horror games that we started this month. So you're going to get tons more horror content throughout the remainder of the year. So me taking a break here and there is probably going to happen as well. But this is my first, like, you know, non-horror stream this month. So should be pretty good. Should be very, very good. Appreciate everyone's energy, everyone being enthusiastic and just really supportive in the chat. All of you are wonderful. Can't stay late because I got to wake up early. All good, Ryder. Please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, though. We'll try to get those chill vibes here. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. So again, more powerwash DLC. I'm excited for it because it's a good time. This is going to be the game that recharges me the most, I think. Anytime, like, I need to just, like, take a breather, especially with all the DLC fun that we've had, I think that this is going to be, like, this is going to be the move. This is going to be the game. So, there's more Power Wash DLC. I mean, we haven't even beaten the Final Fantasy stuff, but yeah, there's a ton, actually. And they have the SpongeBob stuff planned as well. Fizzy, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Self-care is forcefully spraying water at dirt. Very true. Genuinely, like, kind of excited to get into my like 60s and then feel like now's the time to invest in a power washer and then just power wash my driveway like every Sunday. I'm going to be that person. It's going to be pretty cool. Which is Wildflowers. Hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Ariel, good to see you here. Always so nice to see you here.
so
Nixie
glad
Heaven,
I could
thank
make
you
it
so much for
today.
the 3-month resub. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Congrats on the silver EB badge. Can we get a little bit of pride spam and some hype? Please. Please, please, please. It would be amazing for a big, big level up there. Falcon, hey. What is this shit? I can't believe that account hasn't been deleted by Twitch yet. I haven't reported it. I don't think anyone has. Apparently, it's only been around since, when is that? August 2022? August 2022, someone made a Girbeagly leg reveal. Leg reveal when?
The cavalry's here. Yahoo!
You see that? See that weird, lumpy, misshapen knee? Because I used to play soccer and run cross-country and track and do martial arts? Huh? Put those away? I know. What can I say? The whole reason I haven't shown them before is I knew they'd break the internet. Thank you, GlitchGod, for the bits. Catnap, thank you for the 100 bits. That's really nice. Thank you so, so much. Girbeagly leg reveal, if you're a real human being and not just a bot, I hope that you enjoy Falcon's gift to you. Should be VIP. Get out of here, Austin. Again, those of you coming in late, use the tonight command if you want to know what's going on. Put those grippers out. No, because here's the thing. If I put the grippers up, then I could get banned by Twitch. That's like TOS is to like make a highlight of your stream like your grippers. Like you can show them on stream, but like if you like are like, hey guys, check out my toes, I'm gonna like on screen, then you can actually get in trouble for that, which is amazing, right? None of us are real humans. Cutie, that's actually so true. We're all usernames behind a screen. And to perceive me, you actually have to donate 80 tier 3 subs, you know? We're all Shira, that's right. Shira, were you actually in chat when chat started making the joke that every account is you? Is actually just a proxy account? True and real. Too hot for Twitch? Not my grippers. My grippers look like freaking Hobbit feet, minus the hair. I just got like stumpy weird toes. It looks like I climbed all over Mordor at some point. Just broke every toe in my foot, and then it grew all like mangled and small and weird, curved. No grippers on main for real. Yeah, true. Yes, you were. Okay, I'm glad. Because otherwise, that would have been like a really big reveal, right? You would have been like, huh? What are you talking about? Everyone is me. Making OnlyFans for them? You know, you're joking about that, but I've actually been like, do you know how easy it would be to just be anonymous online, never show any part of yourself but your feet on OnlyFans? And it would still be within their TOS because, like, they have the opposite TOS where it's like you have to do weird, sexy stuff or they shut down your account. If you're just on there being like, this is me, like, frolicking through my backyard, and you're fully clothed, they're like, we have to ban your account now, which is really funny. Because I had a friend who tried to do that, and her account got shut down. Yeah, if it's just like anonymous toe content, no one would ever know it was me. No one would have any idea that it was me. And it'd be just like raking in the money, right? Fact, Brian's toes all grew together into one. Just a single toenail takes up like the top half of my foot. Yeah. Brian's toes will secure creator clash dominance. No. Toe king like a rat king, but toes? Wouldn't that insinuate, though, that I'd have, like, smaller toes dancing around me during the rat king's, like, dance number? Because that's from Nutcracker, right? The rat king? Shout out to people on OnlyFans who are just getting money for showing their toes. I love sex workers. Love and peace. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not here to make fun of OnlyFans people at all. Get the bag. Hustle the money out of people who enjoy the content you're making for that target demographic, you know? Do your thing. Like, I have zero judgment. Honestly, same. Plus feet would be a level of gender validation based on society's stereotypes. It could be. He has 7 heads. So there would be 7 toes coming out. So there would actually be more toes than a regular foot on the Toe King. Is that what we're getting at? Is it's actually not just one big toe? It would be 1 big toe and then 7 other toes off of it if we want to do a biblically accurate Toe King. Right? I'm talking about the real Rat King / Squirrel King. Are you insinuating the Nutcracker version is made up mythology? How dare you? Toe cosplay, God. If that's what the community picks for the cosplay stream, I'm going to be really mad. A Rat King is a collection of rats whose tails are intertwined and bound together in some way. I thought that was called a rat's nest. This may result from an entangling material like hair, sticky substance such as sap or gum, or the tails being tied together. I've heard about, like, rats scrambling over each other, getting their tails knotted together accidentally, and then dying really sadly. I didn't know it was called a Rat King. I thought they were called rat's nest. Like, not like a nest of rats, but, like, I thought that was the slang term, was rat's nest. Nixie Heaven, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Baby Good Witch. Baby Good Witch, enjoy the emotes and the sub badge. Make sure you're saying thanks to Nixie. Nixie, that's really nice of you. Thank you very much for doing that. You know, I thought that was to hold tails with the homies. Well, apparently it can be fatal, Cactus, so don't hold tails for too long, you know? It's like the rat death spiral, or the ant death spiral. Yeah, if you guys have never seen an ant death spiral, those are so weird, right? Don't give chat ideas. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. This is one of the first conversations we've had when I joined the community on Twitch. Wait, what? Whenever you joined the community on Twitch, we were talking about rat nests and rat kings. Same thing, different names, I believe. Okay. Isn't a rat's nest just an actual rat's nest? Well, I mean, it can be, right? But then I thought that there was, like, the slang term version as well. I could be making up shit and gaslighting the entire community here. And you never know unless you Google challenge me, which so few of you actually go to. Even though it's right here, you're literally on the internet right now. Go Google shit and challenge me. Do it. You won't. Pussies.
He only likes her because she's old. She's probably like 20.
Right, Cool Beans. Thank you so much.
Hi, guys.
57
It's been
freaking
quite a
months.
time
What
these
the
last few
heck?
months. How is
Appreciate that.
everyone doing?
Thank you so much. 57 months. Hope that you've been well. It's nice to see you here again. Probably joining at a really weird time of words that I was saying out loud. Specifically, remember sitting in Insomnia Cookies while working and us talking about this. Amazing. I have no knowledge of this because my ADHD is so strong that my memory is in like a 30-minute span now. If you ask me about anything that happened 30 minutes or more ago, I will not remember. Anime Fangirl, what's up? Hello. Toxic Streamer antagonizes chat. Is that not our entire relationship, chat? Is us just picking at each other until one of us snaps and loses it and goes crazy and feral publicly? Normally it's me. That's why I'm still a content creator for some reason, is I just am publicly insane. And it's because of chat. It's because of chat's trolling. Fallen, what's up? Hello, hi. I saw a rat larger than Sig in Chicago. I believe that. If it was a bunch with their tails tangled together, that would be the beginning of Armageddon. Well, they wouldn't be able to go anywhere, right? They wouldn't be able to, like, that's the sad part about the Rat Kings, is they get tied together and then they all end up starving to death or eating each other to stay alive, which is so sad. Joke's on you, I'm always crazy and feral? Yeah, but are you this crazy and feral? You know? Yeah, I'm the one on camera, so I have a more pertinent example of being crazy and feral. Blah, blah, blah. See? I've out-crazied you. I've out-feraled you. There you go. It's a form of Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, I mean, that's true. You're tsundere, and we're into that, apparently. You know what's so funny about that, Anna, is, like, you've been around long enough to, like, remember my super grumpy phase online, where I was just so disillusioned with content creation that I was just kind of a dick to people who watched me. But, like, tsunderes in, like, old anime dating sims are always the characters I would go after because I thought it was funny as a trope. But you're kind of right. I've kind of always just been a tsundere, you know? That's not fair. I'm not on cam to outdo you. Exactly. And see, a truly feral crazy person would have been on cam also at the same time. So, see, again, you've been out-crazied and out-feraled. Get wrecked. Love the grumpy phase. You did not. You're literally one of the people who DM me and be like, Brian, you're being mean. And then I was like, oh, shit, I am. Now I'm going to think about this for the next 12 years and feel bad. And try to adjust who I am as a person. I'm on vacation, so I decided to come hang out. My friend and I are leaving to go to San Antonio for a few days this week. Yo, right, enjoy that. I haven't been to San Antonio in years, but I actually really like that city. It's pretty fun. It's just chill. It's very mellow. There's not a lot to do there, but like it's just like really mellow. We have that feature now. Love derogatory. So true. I will take my feral era to the masses soon. It's just a stream of me putting the community on guest star and seeing if they can out insane me on stream. That would actually be awful because I know what that would encourage. It would just be, there would be like some people that just are like, hi Brian, blah, blah, and make like a bunch of noises, and then we get like one person who would like take like an egg out of like their fridge, and they'd just like look me in the eyes and crunch into it and like eat a raw egg in front of me, like shell and all, and I'd be like, okay, we have to stop it. We have to stop it.
Bruh.
Yeah, it would be a bruh moment for sure. Nervly, what's up? Sydney May, hello. My city being represented in this stream. Let's go. Hey, I used to go to San Antonio every year for San Antonio Fest is what I was literally gonna say. For PAX South when that existed. So I invited you to a late night talk show with a virtually built stage. Your move, chat. There we go. Yeah, go on Austin's talk show, chat. If you are a fellow content creator or like artist or someone who does cool shit and you want to be interviewed on a late night talk show with a really cool setup using Twitch guest star Austin Nunsky's there in the chat. I was like the first guest on that, right? It was a cool show. It's a really cool thing. Go get interviewed. Sans and Tony show. It's the way I was about to say I do that, and then Ryder beat me to it. I believe both of you, honestly. Hero Link, thank you so much for the 15 months. What the heck? All these people coming out of the woodwork for, like, the most unhinged late-night stream. This is the latest I've started a stream in, like, months. My favorite thing to do in San Antonio is go to the Pearl Brewery downtown. Also, our art museums are nice. Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of really cool, like, history, history... What is the word that I want to use? I can't remember. Who cares? There's a lot of cool art, and there's a lot of, like, cool historical monuments. That's the words that I wanted to say that are in San Antonio. There's a lot of history in San Antonio. But I used to be there every single year for PAX South, and I got to meet, like, hundreds of fans, and it was really cool. Riverwalk's cool, a little bit touristy, and once you've done it, you're probably going to, like, go, what the hell else is there to do? But San Antonio is like, I think it's the fastest growing city in Texas, right? Or it was before COVID, at least. I know that. So there's like a lot of cool stuff that's being built up out there. But I always had a really chill time when I was in San Antonio. Favorite thing to do in San Antonio is, that thing. You mean Naruto run through the Alamo? While screaming, remember the Alamo? Is that what you do? Because that's what some people do. Girbeagly and powerwash sim. What's to not come for? Well, what the heck? You're not allowed to be nice, okay? We were just having an insane off in the chat, okay? So you're not allowed to do that. I was about to say the Riverwalk kind of sucked. Yeah, Riverwalk is fine if you've never been to San Antonio. It is very busy. It's incredibly touristy. If you go to Texas though, and you want to watch drunk people fall into the Riverwalk, just go to San Antonio and then like sit on the Riverwalk like anytime after 10 p.m. and some drunk dumbass who's been drinking since like noon will fall into the river. It is an inevitability. It's not an if it happens, it's a when it happens there. Riverwalk does kind of suck sometimes. It has some like really good restaurants, but outside of that, it is so packed. And it is definitely there, like, it's sort of like when you go to like Memphis and you try to go to Beale Street, or if you go to like New York City and you go to Times Square, it's like their Times Square where it's just like really packed, tourists everywhere taking pictures, but very pretty. I like the Riverwalk for that, and the first couple times are really fun, but outside of that, yeah, there's other stuff to do in San Antonio. They have some like nice malls and stuff too, and the convention center is like really neat. Asserting my insanity is part of my kindness. It's so true. I've seen it happen several times. Yeah, it's like the best place to go people watching is the Riverwalk. If you can find like an open place to sit. So River Fall. First stream I watched was actually Powerwash 2. You were cleaning the one boat outside the mayor's mansion. I think that's what it was, and we were talking about our favorite Cartoon Network shows. I love that. Heck yeah, that's a good memory. I remember that stream very clearly. That's the thing. It's so weird. I was just talking about how bad my memory is, but there are certain community moments that, like, really stick out. Also, people will mention, like, oh, remember when you did this YouTube video that, like, I did, like, 6 years ago? And I'll be like, yeah, I remember that very clearly. And it will stick out clear as day, and then I'll be like, oh my god, 6 years ago? How? They have, like, large nets for fishing out tourists. No, they should. I think it's actually shallow enough to stand in, if I'm not making up shit. Again, Google challenge me. You won't. Actually going to San Antonio soon because I mentioned a while ago my 97-year-old great-grandma went back to college and she graduated because she's cool as hell. Shira, that is so cool. That is so awesome. I remember you telling us about grandma. Going back to college to graduate and get degrees. Freaking, that's what I want to do when I'm old, is like just go learn, go get a bunch of degrees and like learn and be full of a million things of knowledge. That's so cool. Congrats to your grandma. I hope you have a great time while you're there. Yo, Cowboy, thank you so much for the tier 1. I hope you enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you for getting us closer to our sub goal. Supporting the crap out of the stream. Everyone's so kind here. Thank you very, very much. Like, genuinely. She set a goal of getting a degree before she turned 100. She did. Oh, I'm so proud of Grandma. That's so sweet. That's amazing. Jeez, Brittany's, what the heck? Jeez, Brittany, 7 months? Thank you so much for the 7-month resub. That's really cool of you. Gray Lady, what's up? Hello. Let's just all go back to school. I'll go into debt if you guys do. Well, the nicest thing about getting older, Anna, is a lot of, like, especially community colleges will offer stuff for free to seniors. And even some, like, established universities, a lot of the time, like, state schools will do it. They'll have special programs where you can go back for almost no money or no money at all. And you can just, like, either sit in as an observer or you can actually take the courses with, like, the coursework. So, that honestly, it sounds kind of cool to do if I have free time when I'm older. If I'm still alive, you know? I'm already in debt? Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that one. Oh, true, I have heard of that. That's great. Yeah, like, our local community college does that, where they just allow people who are, I think it's, like, 60 and up to go for free. Which is really neat, so you can just, like, enroll in any class you want. So, yeah. According to Jack, I'm old anyways? Well, welcome to old life. It only gets older. That's all I got to tell you. That's all I got to say. Anyway, chat, again, if you're coming in late and you don't know what's going on, we got a whole bunch of stuff planned tonight. Mainly me relaxing for once and not, like, puking on stream from fear and anxiety. Raising money for St. Jude still. We, that number in the Tonight command, by the way, I think it's going to be 190 now that the $50 was donated. So 190. Legend of Zenith, what's up, dude? How you doing? My memory's pretty bad these days, but I just think of the first video of yours I watched was where you were a surgeon. Oh, God. Surgery Squad, dude. Hated those games, but I did them because, holy shit, if you go back onto my YouTube, those videos have so many views. Good to see you here, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Yo, MD, what's up? How we doing? Marcel, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. We just got started here a little while ago because I am not anyone with any sort of real human being schedule to stick to. So I went live like less than a half an hour ago. So this is late night gang hours for sure here. Thank you so much, dude. What were you up to? Tell us all about your stream. Tell us. Time for the night shift crew to take over. Yeah, graveyard shift for sure, dude. If you guys don't know Marcel, MD14 there in the chat, please go drop a follow. Genuinely one of the nicest people I've met through streaming ever. Like, just truly one of my favorite people I've gotten to meet through St. Jude. Also a St. Jude ambassador, so please support the crap out of his campaign as well. Also the organizer of the Twitch Toronto meetup that I got to go to, which was awesome. Just a super well put together event, and without it, I wouldn't have gotten to stand in the same room as CEO Dan Clancy and hear him actually like mingle with a bunch of those of us peons, us rank and file streamers, you know? I was playing some Street Fighter 6 beta. Oh my god, I gotta get back into Street Fighter. I used to be pretty goddamn good. I was a jury player. I was alright. Actually, I shouldn't say damn good. I was okay. But you're my top people I've met. Top 5 people I met since 2022. What the heck? Good God. Yeah, Canadian pride for sure. Yeah, you guys can use Girbeagly, which is obviously a Canadian maple leaf and nothing else. The event was so awesome. Yeah, honestly, just being able to stand around and hang out and chat and catch up with people was wonderful. Same reason I love the summit, the St. Jude Summit, stuff like that. Like, it's all, like, really nice to just have real interactions with people. But please go follow MD14. Go follow Legend of Zenith while you're at it. Please. 2 great St. Jude Play Live ambassadors, raising money for a great cause and spreading kindness through the type of content that they make year-round. I wish I could remember what the first video I watched was. Why aren't, okay, I don't mean to be picky, but chat, why didn't we talk about this during my 10-year YouTube anniversary? You guys are so much smarter than me bringing this stuff up. We could have brought this stuff up when I was doing my 10-year YouTube anniversary. I didn't say that this whole year counts as the 10th year that I've been doing content, though. So, well, technically 11th year I've been doing content, but, you know, that's not how anniversaries work. This is the 10th anniversary of my content. So, good God, I don't know why I didn't ask people for, like, their memories of the first time I ever streamed. Or the first YouTube video that they ever saw or whatever. God dang, that would have been good. Anyway, I'm stupid. I'm going to read Cactus Prince's message. I wish I could remember what the first video I watched was. I just remember seeing you playing a Whisper game. Oh, the Whisper Challenge with Ethan. That was Ethan G. And Tyler. And others, yes. This person seems chill. Technically, I've been watching you since before I was Jack. Wild! And look at you now. You are Jack. You've always been Jack. That's the way that I look at you. Hey, it's Heather. Hello, hi. Welcome to the stream. Also, I forgot to do this for the Raiders. Raiders, if you're brand new here, hello, hi. My name is Brian, a.k.a. Girbeagly. I'm a Korean-American full-time YouTuber, Twitch partner, voice actor. I do a little bit of everything from AAA games down to indies. Open Pokemon cards, do a little bit of cosplay, raise money for charity, etc. Probably don't have to explain St. Jude to you at all and all the incredible work that they do against childhood cancer and do for the families and the patients who are there at their facilities. But we are raising money all month long for this great cause. What the heck? Goose, good to see you here. Hello, hi. Hello, hello, hello. GP Harlock, thank you for the 9 months. What the heck? Appreciate that a ton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I just really appreciate that a lot. All the support tonight has been wonderful. My first full stream was watching you play Pokemon on your actual Switch console over your shoulder. When did I do that? Wait, did I do? No, wait. Oh, you're thinking of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sponsored stream where I did Master Duel. Or not Master Duel, where I did Rush Duel. That was so that was last year, right, cutie? Yeah, where was the Super Scuff sponsored stream, and if I plugged in my Switch to my actual computer, it caused this really horrible flashing effect because of my Razer Ripsaw. And then, so as a result, I did the most scuffed sponsored stream of all time. And my contact at Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time, she freaking loved it. She was like, this is hilarious. This is the best, like, brand deal thing we've ever done. Because it became just, like, such a meme. Of me being like, guys, can you see the screen? Like, by the way, this game features all these great things. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Not much scuff, very weird 12 out of 10 though. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate like everyone who supported the crap out of that stream. That was great. That was probably one of the best brand deals I've ever done. Yu-Gi-Oh! They treated me very, very well. So now I have a new contact there who's a little bit harder to get like in touch with, unfortunately. My old contact went to go work at Sega, but now I kind of have an in with maybe potential like Sega brand stuff. So my hopes are that I can get a sponsored stream going for Yakuza whenever we do the Yakuza series games. Maybe some Sonic the Hedgehog. Sega also now owns Atlas, so all the Persona shit, that would be kind of sick to do, right? I would love to get some spawns for that. Glad your sponsor contact loved it. Yeah, she was amazing. Seriously, greatest sponsored stream ever. I'm glad that people think so. But yeah, I'm just like floored by the response of that particular. Like the YouTube video didn't really pop off, but that's fine. You know, whatever. It's sponsored content and it's not the type of content I normally make. But the stream was awesome. The stream went so well, and the vice president of Yu-Gi-Oh! For the American branch allegedly was like only had good things to say, and my contact messaged me and she's like, Yumi is so impressed by everything She's literally the vice president of the Yu-Gi-Oh branch in the US. And she thought everything that you did was hilarious and well done, and she had no notes. And we have literally never worked with a single creator that she has had no notes for. And I was like, ugh, no way. I'm being perceived for good things. So excited for all the unhinged Sonic content. I would love to get a Sonic deal, because their social media team, if you guys don't follow the Sonic account or have never seen a Sonic the Hedgehog tweet before, unhinged does not even begin to be like the proper term to use for them. It is just so overwhelmingly insane over there in that office. So like, I know whatever I decided to do, I could probably do Sonic feet content. I could probably do something just completely backwards, and they'd be like, yeah, that's good. You might be the most deranged content creator we've ever worked with, but this is perfect for our brand. That also means that Sega owns Dokapon Kingdom through Atlas. Yeah, they own all the Atlas properties now. It's really awesome, because I grew up playing a lot of those Atlas games. That makes me so happy to hear. I hope it works out. I actually just poked my Sega contact the other day, and she was like, hey, I don't have anything for you right now, but Atlas is about to maybe do some shit. And she was like, oh, I've already thrown your name into... She was like, it's funny that you messaged me, because I literally already put your name in as a content creator to consider. So I was like, that's so cool. That stream was pure determination, and I adored it. I'm so happy they liked how you did. Thank you. I mean, it was pure determination, because everything that could have gone wrong during the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sponsored segment went wrong. It was just, yeah. They make our community look normal. Yeah, the Sega, like the official branded Sega Sonic the Hedgehog brand account on Twitter makes us look like tame babies. Absolutely. That's really awesome. I hope you hear back from them soon. Me too, dude. I'm looking forward to just, I mean, it's one of those things where like I've known this contact since my Disney days. So, yo, Ryder, enjoy your lurk. Thank you for being here. I've worked with her, and this is like why I always talk to newer creators that like don't chase numbers, chase like genuine friendships and connections. Like seriously, that is the thing that you should be concentrating on, especially when you're a newer creator. Not so that you can have ins like down the line or anything like that, but because fostering these relationships, becoming actual friends with people who are like-minded and hold similar worldviews to you and perspectives are not only how you like get ahead in life as far as like having great friendships and like people that you can talk to and like fall back on and stuff when you need it, but like also sometimes these people will scratch your back or you'll scratch theirs, like because that's just the way that friendships work. And I've been working with this contact since my Disney days, guys, like since I was like being considered to be scouted for Disney Digital, like way back. I'm talking like when I was going to PAX every year and like people were lining up for hours to like meet me. Like I'm talking like 2017, 2018 era YouTube me. I've been working with her, and she went from Disney to Konami to Sega, and like every single time she's like hooked me up with shit, and it's been really great. So yeah, 100% agree. Yeah, seriously, Marcel, when I say stuff, like I don't say that hyperbolically when I say like you're one of the nicest people I've gotten to know over the years. Like I've been doing this for 10 years. I've met literally hundreds, if not thousands of other creators, and there's definitely a whole bunch of them who just do not rub me the right way. That is probably the worst phrasing I could have chosen for that sentence, but you get what I'm saying. There's a bunch of people out there that I cannot fucking stand that I'm still mutuals with on Twitter because I'm like, I don't want to start drama by unfollowing them. So I just mute them, and then I pretend they don't exist, and then if they like reach out to me, I'm like, oh, I didn't see your message, sorry, kind of thing. I will say that with 100% like full chest here, you're an awesome dude. You're someone who that I can see when I talk to you that you have nothing but like kindness to give the world, like for those who deserve it. And the things that you want to do are truly changing the spaces that you're in. And that is something that not everyone does. And you know from doing this for years as well, that not everyone is like bound to that sort of mentality. And the fact that you live that mentality is something that like impresses me. Like it genuinely impresses me. Like it makes me so happy to know you. So thank you. And again, if you guys want like a really chill, nice stream to hang out in, go check out Marcel. Like seriously, you'll get dragged into such a dark hole with numbers when there are so many cool people to meet you that you could focus on instead. Yeah, I have a friend that I have to regularly remind them that like numbers cannot. It is not sustainable for numbers to constantly go up. It is literally impossible. No one's numbers only go up. Even like Mark's numbers don't only go up. Like maybe his sub count has just crept over the years, but it is very normal for like a video that you put out or a live stream to have less viewers or have less like views on it than the one before it. And that's okay, because like this is dips and valleys, and it's whatever your average is at the end of the day that should like kind of dictate like, you know, is this the right move for you or not? Or are you doing something that you need to adjust or not? But micro analyzing it and chasing the clout, chasing the numbers is not how you get anywhere in this industry. And I'm going to let people know, and some people might be like, whatever, Brian, shut up. You got half the viewership that you had like 2 years ago or whatever. Like, what do you know? You're washed. You're fucking like mid now. You L plus ratio. You're like, you know, you fell off. Like, I've had people, by the way, write that kind of shit to me. And I'm like, okay, but I still have like years and years of experience in this biz. I have those moments where I was at my peak. Where's yours? I don't know. Out of the two of us, I feel like maybe I'm a little bit more in the know about this stuff. I'm proud of the shit that I've accomplished, even if I never accomplish anything again. I'm very, very, very happy with what I've done in this space. Appreciate that, and I would braid that chest hair too. Dude, I love you, dude. Haven't hung out here in such a long time. I'm going to put the stream on in the background while I go to sleep. Right, enjoy the lurk. Thank you so much for hanging out. No matter how long you're gone from here, you know the door is always open. You can always drop by, hang out with us whenever you have the time to. Streams are always going to happen. I hope you're prioritizing your actual life, doing the things that you need to get done. But know that we always appreciate having you stop by. Girbeagly's so funny. I want to see more videos right now, Girbeagly. God, I love that comment existed for as long as it did. That is still one of the funniest freaking comments I've ever gotten. Even on Facebook, people seem to care so much for numbers. Like, I got friended by a dude who looked chill, and all of a sudden my feed was filled with nothing but how popular he was, how many fans he had. Like, dude, I don't know you or really care. So, right, and that's the other thing, is numbers at the end of the day, like, sure, they matter for, like, metrics and shit, but, like, the funniest fucking part about them is they're all subjective. You could tell me that you're like, I run a sports blog that gets 4,000 visitors a day, unique clicks a day, and I could go, I genuinely don't fucking care. I didn't ask. Like, I did not ask. I don't care. Cool. I'm so proud that you're proud of your thing, but the fact that you're trying to wield that like a cudgel against someone else to, like, prove that, like, you're a cooler human being because your numbers are bigger, I do not give a flying fuck, bro. Like, I don't care. Focusing on numbers is always such a shit way of looking at things and will burn you out so fast. People know when you're just chasing numbers / clout too, and it attracts a particular audience that isn't always great compared to building a community. House of May couldn't have said it any better. I'm basically just preaching to the choir here, because you guys are all great, and you know that, like, community aspect's always been, like, no matter, even at, like, the height of, like my viewership and shit, like, it's always been about, like, hanging out, getting to know people, you know? And that is the case, is a lot of the times, you know, we talk about, like, parasocial shit here a lot, but, like, to House of May's point, a lot of times you're going to attract some of those people who are not quite grounded in reality and are going to have, like, some really toxic takes and some, like, really harmful, not real life takes about the things that you do and the people around you do and stuff like that. And it's not super great. Or they will really toxically enable you and get into your head that you're the main character. And that's also pretty bad, because I've seen that drive a lot of people nuts over the years. I need strength to not just take a swig of soda right now, because that's going to fuck with my sleep meds so much. Oh, no. Well, the fact that you know that that's going to mess with your sleep meds, please, like, drink some water instead, Catnip. Right, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate that a lot. Josie Meow, thank you so much for the 32 months. God dang. All right, we hold up. Here we go. Justin's spitting fire right now. There's been some really wonderful people I've had the pleasure to meet in the creator space that have been genuine since day one. I've met a few too many of the opposite spectrum, but if I focus all my energy on those good people, it's good for my spoons. Same here, Zenith. That's the way that I've been. Like, I used to try to be like, oh, everyone else's problems are my problem. I have to save the world. I have to try to guide this person who's misguided into being a better person. Or I have to, Justin's LGBTQ plus test. Oh my God. I have to make sure that I'm always like proselytizing about like the right way to be a creator. It doesn't fucking matter like what I say at the end of the day. I can't convince other people to be a certain way. Like, I just have to stand by what I believe in and live the way that I live and stand by my morals and beliefs. And like you were, to your point, like I put way more time into the people that I want to lift up than the people that I'm like sort of sus about, right? The people that I'm kind of sus about, I just ignore, and like if we're acquaintances and we interact now and then, it is what it is, whatever, but I'm not going to invest more time into them than that. The people that are like in my circle who like have proven time and time again, the real ones, and that they're like, you know, doing shit for the right reasons. They're not taking advantage of their fans. They're not like being creepy about shit. They're the ones that I'm always going to platform. I made a tweet earlier today about my friend Ashley Roboto, who is literally one of my favorite human beings I've ever met in my life, and has had every chance in the world to take advantage of things within her position and has not. She is fantastic. I'm not going to say she's flawless because we've all made mistakes, but Ashley might be the closest to someone who does not make mistakes that I've ever met. Like, she's genuinely just such a nice human being. Like, so great. Truly a breath of fresh air in this industry, and she's like 10 years younger than me, so it's one of those things where I've taken on like the big sibling role, and I just want to see her thrive because like I've already had my time in the spotlight. These younger creators who are coming up like her, I want her to be the future of content creation. I want her to be the future of this industry and these spaces. Like, that's the way that I am. Can't be our responsibility to straighten them out. They need to figure it out on their own. Right, exactly. Like, otherwise you burn yourself out, right? You overextend. So, yeah. Also, thank you so much for the shout out to Ashley, by the way. She's just such a lovely human being. Like, truly, yeah, the sunshine of Twitch is a great way to put it. But yeah, it is one of those things. Like, I have friends who every now and then they will get very wrapped up into chasing numbers and shit, and I'll just have to give them that little nudge of like, bro, it is straight up impossible for your numbers to go up. Let me slap you around a little bit. Like, your numbers cannot only go up. That has never happened to anyone who's made content ever in the history of content. I will let you know that much. That said, in those moments where things plateau, you know, maybe try something different, or stay the course and see when, you know, that plateau breaks and starts going up or down, and then you can get a better gauge of like what you want to do and if your heart's really in the content that you're making, and reevaluate. Turn that energy in on yourself, not as a what am I doing wrong, but as a like, hey, where could I go from here to shake shit up, you know, that kind of thing. But like, yeah, I there are some friends that I have to like slap around a little bit and be like, yo, knock it off. Remember where you were a year ago, dude. Remember where you were 2 years ago when I would stop by your streams and you had fucking 30 viewers. Now you're getting 400. Chill the fuck out. Like, there's a couple of them. It's always so heart-wrenching to see people use people. Yeah, Little Red Low Brie, I mean, we've had talks before about, like, the reason I'm as guarded as I am is I'm friends with Markiplier. I'm friends with Jacksepticeye. I'm friends with a lot of people who are way above my pay grade. Honestly, way above my clout grade. And part of the reason we're friends is because I'd like to hope that I'm a genuine enough person to be friends with them in a genuine way. Morgan and I were talking about the last time we were in LA. Mark and Amy went out of their way 2 times during our like 6-day visit to come visit and see us and hang out with us. And that was like such a sweet, genuine thing that they did. But like, it's one of those things, like, I'm friends with all those people, but there's so many people who just don't think that I see when they like start becoming close to me, and then they start doing the like, hey, you know, it would be great if we could get like Mark in on a video together. It'd be super cool if we could stream with Ethan. You know, those guys, wink, wink, and nudge, nudge. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I've done this dance before, dude. I know all the steps of this dance, and it never ends up good for you. Chill. You know, the best thing to keep in mind is you can make the best content possible, but you can't make it popular. You have power, but you don't have the power to control forces outside of yourself. Well said. That's honest. That's like genuinely like my biggest thing that I try to remind people of is you can make the best content in the goddamn world that like objectively is just well made, well edited, well produced, whatever. You cannot force people to pay attention to you, even if you're the most popular streamer or YouTuber in the world. You cannot force people to pay attention to what the hell you're doing. People have priorities. People have things come up. People are busy. People get tired or burn out, or there's other hobbies that they're into. They're not going to watch every single video you make. I'm sorry. They could be the most intense stan of you of all time, and there's still going to be moments where they might have to turn off, like, their computer and not watch you. You can't force people to pay attention to you and love the shit that you make. So just make shit that you like to make. Make the shit you want to make. That's what I always tell people. Tonight, I'm streaming Powerwash Sim. Am I breaking away from the plan that I made? Are there probably going to be some people out there who are a little bit like, oh man, this is a bummer. I really want to see Fatal Frame tonight. Like, yeah, probably, but I'm sorry. It's my stream. I'm going to stream some Powerwash Sim, and we're still raising money for an amazing cause. And I'm still providing free content to you. So, you know, hey, love your content. Also, could you pass something on a Mark for me? Thanks, bro. Shira, the number of that message that I used to get back in like 2018, 2019, holy crap. The number of times I would almost daily get a message on like Instagram or somewhere of someone being like, hey, dude, really love your content so much. By the way, noticed you play PUBG with Markiplier sometimes on Twitch. I'm a streamer too, and I like the number of variations of that message that I would get weekly would make me roll my eyes all the way back into my head. It was so rough. Brookie, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Maybe go ask that person yourself instead of a third party. Yeah, but Kettle Destroyer, that would require them to face the harsh truth that without without some sort of like nepotism, shoehorn, like type of stepping person that they don't view as a human being, that they view as a stepping stone or a rung on a ladder, that they might not be able to reach that height right away. And then, oh, shoot, darn it. I guess in those scenarios where you go, wow, I can't jump high enough to reach that rung of the ladder, they would have to then face the harsh reality of, man, maybe my content fucking sucks, and I should work on actually making my content good and increasing the amount of work that I put into this industry. Or that maybe I'm a shitty person with like a really boring fucking 2D personality.
The L word.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
The other L word.
Maybe it's something like that. Like maybe work on your shit. Like do that. Oh no, Mr. Famous Person doesn't notice me. Impulse Stabs, thank you so much for the gifted sub, the Father Colt. That's really kind of you. Thank you, Father Colt. If you're here, enjoy the emotes and the sub badge. Make sure you're saying thanks to Impulse Stab. Hasn't Brian talked about how he used to be the guy who messaged big content creators like Mark and Jack and them and got ignored? So him getting messages like that is like, LOL. Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? So I'm friends with those guys now, but I literally, I'm trying to remember when it was. It had to have been like 2015 or something. I sent an email to Mark because I had become friends with some of Mark's friends, like Wade and that crew, and I sent him an email that was like super sincere. I actually read it for a YouTube video. Like there's a YouTube video of it where I emailed Markiplier, and like there's a YouTube video. I think it was like my like 7-year or like 6-year anniversary YouTube video where I went back and I was like, how have I changed in the past like 3 years or something like that? And oh my god, it was absolutely wild to go through that because it wasn't beggy. It was not me trying to be like, we should play games together sometimes. It was literally just me sending an email that was like, thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for raising the money that you do for good causes. Thank you for always like, you know, creating content in a way that's like entertaining for your audience while also like providing this light and laughter, this levity to the world. And it was genuinely just me being like, thanks so much, dude. Like, you're a good guy. And that was like the whole email. But it is, boy, oh boy, does that exist. Should I read that on stream? I know I said I was going to do Power Wash. This is still a break from horror. Let me see if I can find that. I want to see if that's still right in this email. This might have been from my other email, by the way. Please? It's straight up called... Oh, God. No, I already did this as a cringy YouTube video. I don't need to do this. I think the YouTube video was from 2017, if you want to find it on my YouTube channel. It's so bad, dude. Reminds me of how Mark said that he messaged Northern Lion on Reddit about getting advice for YouTube. Yeah, it was very much that. It was very much, yeah, literally in this email I wrote, I guess the point of this message is, I wrote like a fucking book to the guy, so he never wrote to me. I even pointed out in the email, I was like, I'm sure that you're assuming that this is going to be an email about someone else trying to leech off of you. But in it, I was like, I guess the point... I guess the point of this message is this. Please keep doing what you're doing. I know you will, in parentheses. Because I was so parasocial at the time. Whether you realize it or not, your videos and your personality in general have helped pull many of us out of dark places and have inspired us to better ourselves in everything we do. You are saving and changing lives daily. I took a stale Dorito from this man. I ate a stale Dorito that this man offered me. I sat and I learned an excruciatingly complicated board game based off of Dead Space for this man. Parasocial from the beginning. Yeah, so all you other parasocial freaks out there, just know that if you do obsess about someone you're a fan of long enough... No, I'm not even going to make that joke. That's fucked up. No way. We're moving past that one. Wait, Austin, do you find it? How much have I changed? 6 years ago. Did I not call that 2017? I was right. February 25th, 2017. It's called How Much Have I Changed on the YouTube channel. Go watch it if you want to watch it. Anyways. Okay, Shira, the fan that... the fan that's been in my life long enough that Morgan and I are like, we raised you from a small child. You're a child now. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, this is... I can't read any of this on stream. It will make me hurl. It's pretty rough. I don't know what you're talking about, haha. Realize that the ability to look at things you've done in the past and laugh/cringe/be angry is a good sign that you're growing as a person. Absolutely. Also, like, here's the thing. Is, like, change is inevitable, right? We all go through change. We all change as human beings. But then also on top of it, it's like... I don't know. It's okay to be cringe. Because we all go through it. It's okay to be cringe. It's alright. It's, again, yeah, kind of running off your point, Kettle. Like... If you can acknowledge and identify that what you did in the past was cringe, it means that you have changed, probably for the positive. But also don't brutalize yourself too much because, like, we're all young and naive and kind of stupid at times in our lives. And that's okay. You move through those phases. I still have so much of your YouTube memorized by your... Yeah, dude, you went through so much of it, though, honestly. Not even a haha parasocial way. 1 billion, what's up? Hello. Welcome. I just spent 6 hours making paints, and my boss bought me bought you a Steam Deck? What the heck? 1 billion? That's amazing. Dude, Steam Deck rules. I hope you have so much fun with that. Have a blast with that. That makes me think, since it's the year of the 10th content-iversary, it would be figuring in the same way people did for Unasanis what people's Girbeagly birthday video is. Oh my god. It would be fun. Oh, it would be fun to figure in. Yeah. If I didn't brutalize myself for it, then what will my anxiety do at 3 a.m. when I'm laying in bed? True. We got to make sure that anxiety is employed. Or like what I learned in trade school, you're expected to make mistakes when learning how to do something. Be really weird if you instantly knew how to do a foreign skill. Absolutely, 100%. Social skills are the same way, right? It's not everyone's going to be at the same place in them. Some people are going to have to learn a little bit more. Granted, there's people who have been given a lot of chances and they directly refuse to learn better or to be better at the things that they do. Like, they intentionally are like, well, I like hurting people, you know? I like being, like, terrible to other human beings. In those cases, obviously, you know, that's why we invented cyberbullying. But outside of that, like, yeah, it's something like you're allowed to make mistakes, you know? Recent purchase of mine is going to make you feel really old after how long you've known me. I bought a tattoo gun. Don't you have... Stop. Stop. You have a midterm coming up in 10th grade. No. Stop. Oh, God. I was entirely surprised by the gift, to be honest. I at first thought that Amazon delivered it to the wrong apartment. That's amazing, though. That more bosses need to do that. Gonna lurk to play more Zelda. Dude, enjoy Zelda. I haven't gotten to buy the new one yet because I have 90 games going. The timing of that chat was so bad. Wait, what? Which chat? Mistakes are understandable when you're willing to listen and learn from them. It's not the mistake you've made that matters, chat. It's what you do afterwards. It's the self-reflection you put in, the desire to grow and change. That context, that intent means so much. Really does. Cutie said, old? I am old. I'm 16. I'm a grandmother. So good. Much better than Breath of the Wild. That's what everyone's been saying. I'm excited to play it. A lot of my neurodivergent folks suffer from RSD, and I get that it sucks to get criticism, but you're stronger than your brain. It gets easier with practice. Yeah, and even beyond that, it's like the coping mechanisms that you learn. Like, because I'm very neurospicy, as a lot of people know. Austin's a gaslighter. I don't believe that for a second. Obviously, there's going to be some things that those of us who are neurospicy are never going to master. We're never going to be good at them. We are never going to be able to fully mask some of these behaviors. For me, for instance, like, I'm very impatient. I snap back at people immediately when I feel like they are saying something rude or mean to me. That said, that reaction with a lot of, like, cognitive therapy that I've been going through and a lot of, like, taking the time after, like, the mood has settled down or the energy's settled down to, like, evaluate what I did in the moment has allowed me to be a little bit more self-conscious. And again, it's not a perfect solution in any kind of way, but it definitely has helped me soften a lot of my reactions, my behaviors, the way that I interact with people in my life. It's really helped out a ton, you know? I'm just a little bit more conscious and aware, like, somatically of where I am in life. Remember to give yourself as much grace as you would give your loved ones. Yeah! It's his innocence that fools you. Well, he also has the mod sword. So, there's been some surprisingly inspiring combo to come into. Also, I'm stealing the phrase neurospicy. Siafu! I stole that from the internet as well. So, it's not it's not mine. No credit is due to me. All credit to the original artist, you know? But I'm glad to hear that me rambling and proselytizing about random shit in my chat all these years later, you know, still somehow inspires some people, you know? Someone I used to work with would constantly say no question is a stupid question. Then when you get comfortable, he'd update it to some are stupid, though that was more based on please think about things you've learned before immediately relying on other people for every little thing. I like that. Like, genuinely, that's the thing, is like, unfortunately, not all of us are going to be able to navigate the world in the same way. And as much as the world does need to change a lot of how it is right now, it will never be other people's full responsibility to 100% coddle and take care of you. You also have to put in a little bit of that effort to make sure that what you're doing is not truly egregious. You can go, oh, well, my Tourette's made me yell a bunch of racial slurs at people. But, like, if you're like, it's my Tourette's, I don't care that I said that. That's a very different sentiment than, I have Tourette's, and I fucking hate that I do this. There's not much I can do to change it, but fuck, it makes me feel bad. Those are two really different reactions to the same action, you know? Change comes in small increments, but the fact that change comes at all is a very telling sign of a person. Yeah, absolutely. Hurts to make mistakes, but the more you brave it, the better you get at it. You'll work up that defense to it. Yeah, again, talking about, like, the people I was talking about earlier who I sometimes have to shake and be like, you can't always have the biggest numbers. You're not going to get famous overnight. Chill, dude. You know? That kind of thing. Like, I'm one of those people who, like, I see all the crossover with them where they also are completely unwilling to face themselves. And that's hard. It's hard. It's not something that happens overnight. You can't just confront, like, your bad behaviors or your bad tendencies or your bad thought patterns or your belief systems overnight. You can't. It is literally impossible to do that. That said, people who actively always avoid it and have never made any effort to change who they are throughout their lifespan, I'm looking at you right now, and you're not a bad human being. Unfortunately, though, you have let the bad behaviors and the bad tendencies that you, might have become servant to take over a little bit too much, you know? Like, it is okay to be like, I don't like that when I'm angry, I scream in people's faces. But, like, if you go, well, they shouldn't have done that, and everyone else shouldn't have done that, and you don't go, I should probably work on this specific behavior. This behavior doesn't make me a bad person, but this is a bad behavior. And you don't, like, confront that about yourself, even in that small moment of going, oh, I can identify this as not a great behavior, instead of trying to constantly justify why you did that thing that, like, hurt someone else. You got that. Those are the types of battles you got to take. That's the type of perspective you got to have to cause real change. If you go, yeah, no, I don't care. Everyone deserves that. Everyone fucking sucks, and I'm the best. You might have a little bit of soul searching to do, my friend, you know? Yeah, this isn't a movie. You don't get a minute montage to get famous. That too, yeah. Another person I worked with constantly blamed me for triggering anger issues from mental illness, and I almost got fired because of it. All I did was ask him to do something during his shift instead of sitting in the corner playing on his phone. Like, even one little thing. Yeah, it reminds me of when TikTok was, like, there's a lot of people who are like, I find it very ableist that people are, that I live with this roommate that I have never met before, and they're telling me I need to pay my portion of rent. And I was like, so what would you be ableist if you needed to pay your own rent and you lived alone and you needed yourself to pay your rent? Like, where's the logical breakdown here? If they're saying ableist things to you, absolutely, that's when context matters. But if they're just like, hey dude, can you please pay your rent? Like, I can't just keep covering your rent. That is not fucking ableist, you know? When I saw that going around on TikTok, I was like, I am so glad I don't live on the internet. You know, Amanda, get some good rest. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate that a lot. I've been getting better at it, but the past few years, there were times I compared myself to the success of my past self, but also forgetting that. I've been kicking ass and graduating during a whole ass pandemic. Been taking some admirable strides in my mental health. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, small progress is still progress, right? A little bit of something is better than nothing, right? Don't they know paying rent is literally against my boundaries? Yeah, those were the takes, though, on TikTok. There are people who are like, I've explained to my roommate that this is against my boundaries, and it's like, okay, well, if you can't afford rent and they're constantly invalidating your boundaries, you have to be the one who moves out then. They get to keep the place because they're doing their side of it. You know? Without trauma dumping in Twitch chat, thank you for not trauma dumping. I had a really bad argument with my mom recently, and I let some of my bad tendencies come out, even though I felt justified in it because she was being really bad to me. But after a while, I was like, damn, I'm better than that. I should not have stooped that low. And you got to have those moments of introspection. Right. And like what you did in the moment could have been a justified reaction to whatever it was that she was doing to you. And she needs to, obviously on her side, because it's a two-person thing. It's never just 100% one person's thing, right? I hope she's reflecting on her shit too. Because especially if it's something you've explained to her before, of like, hey, you know, that's triggering stuff that you're doing. Like, here's the thing. Be mindful of other people's triggers, right? But as a society, we can't rely on everyone to automatically know our triggers, and we definitely can't rely on other people being responsible for our triggers. If you are someone who's like, I get triggered by this specific thing because of my neurospiciness or, you know, my past whatever, and then you put yourself in that situation, like someone who's like, I hate when people tell me to do things, but I'm gonna go get a job and then not do work. You are the one who set that person up to look bad, and you're actually just playing victim in a really shitty way. You're actually being the gaslighting manipulator there. You're actually being the abusive person there. You know? So, that's one of those things that, yeah. It's just very odd. It's a lot of people who just like, yeah, just are not looking at things from the point of view where what's within their power, right? So Glitch God, I'm timing this out just because I think it's just a little bit of oversharing there with that one. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, but again, just trying to keep stuff kind of vague and not get into like too many like examples and anecdotes from people's actual lives as much as we can. There was a time in my life where I sat with myself and just like, I may not be a good person, but if I do bad things, then there is no functional difference for those I love. And I'm not defined by those moments, but I need to stop dismissing repeated moments of the worst of me as a mistake rather than a part of me to look in the eye. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's like just one of those things where, again, here's the thing about arguments that I think that is the takeaway message from this discussion, then we can close it off. First off, to Little Red Low Breeze point, I like that mentality. Again, huge difference between being like, well, I'm not the problem. I'm going to keep doing this thing that I've been told is very harmful to someone else. And being like, I did something that I'm not super proud of. Maybe I should confront that and see like where that comes from and like figure out how I can maybe change that or mitigate it in ways that are within my power, without putting, more of that responsibility on other people. Like if you respectfully explain why something does something to someone else, or like does something to you that someone else does. Like if I go up to someone and I'm like, hey, please don't do X, Y, and Z because it's going to trigger me. And then they intentionally go out of their way to do it. They're the jerk. They know my boundaries. If I tell them that and they forget and they accidentally trigger me, that's not them being a jerk. That's them just being a human being with like a brain that has to like take care of things beyond just me. There's other people in their lives. There's other responsibilities that they have. Shit like that. And it's really important to remember that and then turn around and look at yourself and go, okay, that really sucked that happened, but I know that the intent there wasn't for them to trigger me. What can I do to make sure that I am better prepared or I am able to go to a safety, bubble that I've created for myself, like some sort of contingency plan if that happens again, right? Also, again, just to wrap it up, like I said, the font on my Twitch changed for a split second. That's so weird, Brookie. That would have made my brain melt, right? That would have made me be like, no, thank you. The big wrap-up message, the take-home message before I start spraying digital dirt with digital water here and stop proselytizing like I know everything. Because, again, at the end of the day, guys, this is just my channel. I'm just a fucking content creator. I'm literally nothing else. Yeah, I have a background in psychology and shit like that. But, like, also, I'm just another human being trying to get things as right as I can. And I'm going to fuck up, and I'm going to say things that maybe are mistakes, or I'm going to maybe not give the best advice, or advice that only fits me subjectively, or some people aren't ready to take yet, or whatever, because we're all in different parts of our lives, right? Melinda, I'm so glad that you're enjoying the lurk here. Thank you so much for being here. But it's one of those things where, like, I don't have all the goddamn answers. So you can just go, shut up, Brian. I don't care. I don't care about a single thing you said. I'm not going to listen to any of it. My job isn't to convince you. This is just me sharing my opinion on these things. And I'm also not here to guide you. If you're someone who has been, like, wondering about this kind of thing, and you're like, oh, boy, Brian is the smartest person I know, in which case I say you need to literally meet way more people, because, good God, my intellect is low. I'm not even a Rick and Morty fan, You're mommy, so, oh, my God. But it's one of those things where, like, I'm not always going to have all the answers for you. I'm literally just sharing my opinions on stuff. That said, any conflict, any argument is only defined as an argument or a conflict because there are two parties involved. There is more than one party. Sometimes it's internal, but it still counts as two, sides of whatever your thought process is, that kind of thing. So one of the best, most grounding things that has helped me whenever I've gotten into an argument, especially since I started therapy, has been, okay, I'm mad at this other person, or I'm upset by this other person, or I'm sad because of this other person. They're also feeling things because they're also involved in this thing. So therefore, I am also I'm projecting some kind of energy as well that they're reacting to. It doesn't mean that instantly has solved all my issues and my communication problems and my ability to navigate this world as someone with neurodivergency or anything like that. But it has definitely helped me sort of ground myself in those moments of like, oh shit, like things are starting to feel uncomfortable. They probably also feel uncomfortable. An argument is never a one-sided thing completely. Both people always end up being victims to some degree. That is a very humanizing way to look at arguments. That's a really good way to ground yourself. And even if it's not during the argument, afterwards, if you have that and you go, okay, well, there were two of us that were yelling at each other, or there were two of us name calling, or there were two of us saying things that we weren't proud of to each other, you know? It's one of those things where, like, yeah, yeah, well, Lord Martini, we're not talking about that. Again, if you're missing context here, we're talking about situations in context. But it's just one of those things where, like, again, an argument is always two parties. So, like, the conversations we have about more serious and thought-provoking topics like this, all of you do a good job about respecting each other and not oversharing too much. And sometimes conversations like this are needed. One of the many things I appreciate about this community. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be people going through hard times and stuff like that. And sure, my ADHD makes me sideline into weird, again, proselytizing, like me talking about who the hell knows how we even got here, right? This is like way heavier than how the stream started off. But it's my stream. I'm going to talk about whatever the hell I want. And the people who've stuck around for that, I appreciate you. And those of you who don't like it, I don't know, there's literally like a million other Twitch channels you can go fucking follow instead. Leave me alone. You know? Sorry, I'm only half paying attention. That's fine. Just as maybe a disclaimer for chat, if you want to get involved in a conversation that's a little bit heavier, and you're not fully paying attention, maybe don't add your 2 cents, just in case it's something that kind of we've gone over, or something that is missing the point. Just because, obviously, I don't think any of us here are operating without a working brain. If it's an abusive situation, of course that's one-sided. Like that, I don't think that needs to be explained to anybody here. If it does, leave my fucking community, because you're a fucking idiot. And you do not understand how abusive situations work. Outside of that, though, again, the most grounding thing that I've ever learned through what I've gone through in therapy is when you have an argument with people, there's always two hurt parties at the end of it. And if you are not empathetic enough to understand that there's other hurt in the room with you, then you got to take a good, long, hard look at yourself and adjust from there. And it doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're, like, in the wrong. It just means you have to reevaluate your perspective of encounters. I'm a cactus. I automatically don't have a brain. Yeah, but you're the prince of cactuses, so you're more evolved. You're the cactus that evolved the brain. The way we were talking about you messaging more Keebler and somehow got here. I think it was because we were talking about, like, parasocial shit, right? Stuff like that. So, some of my favorite kind of conversation. Mine too, honestly, like, that's where I'm at, where it's just like, I told you guys last year, I'm done baby gloving. I'm done doing the, like, oh, I'm a soft person on, ooh, oh, chat, oh, like, I'm done doing that, you know? I did that during, like, the Disney digital era, where it was like, oh, I'm just wacky and carefree, and oh, wow, look at me, oh. Like, yeah, kid gloves off. I'm done baby gloving the community. If you're engaging in a serious conversation with me, you get the full brunt of it. If you are someone who's uncomfortable about that kind of shit, totally understandable. You're able to log off whenever you need to. Duck away and do another stream, you know, etc. But those of you who are here for it, who want to engage in intelligent conversation and discourse about crap, it's going to happen from time to time moving forward, you know? So, that's the way that it is. I'm not going to treat you guys like babies or ethereal creatures who are like, wow, chat, you're so beautiful. I'm not going to love bomb the shit out of you. You guys are fucking beautiful. You're great. You're breathtaking. You know, I'll do the Keanu shit all day long. But if someone's being, like, parasocial and fucking weird or acting stupid, they're going to be told that much, you know? That's the way that it's going to work. So, and if something needs to be said, I mean, I haven't minced words since I don't know. I think since I started streaming, right? I don't think that I've, I mean, we've always been like the type of space that's been very loud about, you know, rights of marginalized groups and things like that. We're gonna have these conversations now and then. The difference is I've taken the baby gloves off, and I might have to punch you in the face as hard as I can. That's just the way that it's gonna go. What's next? You're going to change your channel name to Brian Long? Come back from dinner alert to no shit taking hours? Yeah, Anna, you know how it is here. Let's pacify a streamer. Baby rage. Baby rage. You mean I have to move out of your walls? Parasocially, I would appreciate if you moved out of my walls. I need that drywall. Unless you want to remove the brick that makes up a majority of my house, because it's about to be summer and it's going to heat up to like 90 degrees in my office. Don't punch me. My nose is messed up. You might break. I will never punch you, Brookie. You have never done anything punchable. Long Brian is that instead. I've been eating it. Don't worry. Thank you. I'm sure it's not great for your teeth, but I also believe in the strength within you. Guess we're moving to the ceiling. All right, I'm going to spray some water on some shit. We can continue to talk about whatever. Actually, no. I lied. I gaslit you live. I'm going to get the game queued up, but you guys tell me your good news, okay? Let's switch gears. You guys got good news? Doesn't have to be anything big as long as it's something that we can all comfortably enjoy together. Drop it. Drop the bass, you know? Why bricks do that? Why bricks not ally? I know, right? Why did they melt me into a puddle of pain? I don't like it. What the fuck lied? I'm more of a basement gremlin, to be honest. Oh, you don't want to be down in my basement right now. Our big centipedes are starting to appear. You don't want to be down there anymore, Kia. It's not good for you. I'm going to let you know right now. Basement is a bad place to be. Good news, I finished an art piece I've been working on that was like... Wait, that was like breaking my art app? Yo, Cactus, that's awesome to hear. Glad you got it done. Technology needs to be more reliable for our artists. The number of artist friends I have who are like, yeah, Photoshop didn't let me change this layer and it ruined my whole thing. Or like, this program I was using like crashed, or like my tablet crashed or whatever. I feel for you, artists. All those times being clumsy in PE and getting dodgeballs and soccer balls to the face, it can't take one more hit. No! So scary. You know? Good news, I finished my weekend convention. Oh yeah, Witches Wildflowers. I wished you a happy convention weekend over on the Discord. It was very exhausting, but also fun. Time to do finals for 3 days straight. Good luck to you. Oh my god, I hope that it goes really well. Yeah, centipedes derogatory. Yeah, ours are gross. They get huge, dude. I've been a chronically picky food eater for many reasons, but I've tried about 50 new foods I've loved in the last 2 months, and I'm floored. Hell yeah! Was it because you went to LA and there's a million food places there? So much cuisine? Good news, I found the exact subgenre I've been looking for years to read and write in. Doesn't that feel so good? You're like, I have this idea in my brain of this hyper-specific niche, but I don't know if it exists or has a name. And then you find it, and you're like, yes! It's clicking, right? Good news, I'm about to purchase House Flipper for my brother. What a good game! I hope that he enjoys it. It's his birthday in 3 minutes. Happy early birthday to your bro. Also, the fact that Procreate doesn't automatically save your class. Oh, God, yeah, it's rough, right? It's yucky. It's not fun. It's not wonderful. It's not slay, as they say. Spicy brain fulfilled. No good news, but I have questions that bothered me all stream. What did our belly buttons look like 3,000 years ago before we had doctors that tied off our umbilical cord? That's all. I'm pretty sure that there's an answer to that like scientists have found, that they just let them sort of like go like rot and fall off. I'm pretty sure that the umbilical cords just died. Like they just die because they're not receiving any sort of nutrients anymore. They're technically, even though they're attached to your body, they're not receiving nutrients. And the umbilical cord just sort of falls off your body, crumbles away, gets like nasty. So there's your answer. Thanks for asking. California changed me. Yes, everyone invited me to lunch as the hang, and I was like, I'm going to order something new everywhere. That's the greatest thing. So California and New York, and probably Toronto are the 3 cities that I've been to, and Tokyo. Okay, so any big city. But the nicest thing about specifically New York and California is there are so many restaurants rotating in and out constantly out of those two cities, you can eat at a different restaurant and eat a different menu item every single day, and you'll have something different every time you're there. It's great. Hi, good news. My roommate just came home drunk and brought me chicken nuggets. What a good drunk roommate. That's actually wonderful. But did we have Audis? I don't know. That's actually a good question, because you'd think when the umbilical cord got all rotten and fell off the body, right? Some of them probably pulled a little of the skin forward that stayed attached to your body and would appear sort of scarred over outie. And then some would be pushed in more like the classic innie, right? We had to do something to clamp them off, right? Humans didn't just let their young stay attached to the placentas to die. Right. So they probably just, you know, or with their hand. The nub they leave behind after cutting also falls out. So, yeah, okay. So now we got the nitty-gritty science. Bree, take care, get some good rest. Sorry it's so late. I know you got to go to work and everything. Take care. My belly literally cringed and I sucked it in without realizing I can't. We just had a little flesh funnel. Oh, not the flesh funnel. Looks like a thimble, but it's made out of your umbilical. Okay, stop. While we're discussing belly buttons, those with innies, please clean inside. I've seen things I can't unsee. Yes, if you are not cleaning your belly button if you have an innie, as a fellow innie belly button haver, please do that. It don't let it go. It's like it's a crevasse in your body. It's gonna hold in sweat and dirt, and it's gonna start making a scent if you don't do the hygienic thing. Please do the hygienic thing. Please. God damn it. If you don't, oh God, please do it. As a mom, belly buttons are weird. Belly buttons are weird, I think, even if you're not a mom. But yeah, as a mom, you have to be intimately aware of different parts of the body. Right? Crevasse. Don't let your hole get stinky. 1 billion, why did you write that? Why did I read that as loud as I could? I hate that. I hate that a lot. I hate that a lot. I couldn't not clean my belly button. It's grossed me out since I was a kid. Same, Hasame. I have the same, whatever neurodivergency I have that causes me to be so grossed out by my own belly button. And you have to have it as well, is my guess. Generic Glittergoth, hello, hi. Belly buttons are definitely weird, but it would be weirder if we didn't have them. Wasn't there a show, like Kyle XY, wasn't he an alien that imitated a human and he didn't have a belly button? Wasn't that like one of the plot elements of that show? Kyle XY, was it? Okay. I'm so glad that I didn't imagine that. I remember seeing, like, advertising for that everywhere. I'm pretty sure there was like a billboard in Times Square of just this dude, whoever played him, with like an open, like, button-up shirt with no undershirt, with his chest and his stomach showing, and it not having a belly button. And that's how they, like, advertised that show to the masses, was this giant Times Square. Just, bro is 45 feet tall in the middle of Times Square with no belly button. It's so strange. The promotional poster is the only thing I've seen, and that is with the torso without a belly button. Yeah. Hi, friends. I've mostly been lurking, listening to the talk while waiting for my internet to stabilize, but it seems okay now. Generic Glitterglath, welcome. I hope that I didn't say anything that offended you beyond the moon, but I appreciate you being here. Just holding up a shirt, no belly button. Yeah, no, and they made it like a element. I remember I had a friend who was really into the show. I never really watched it, but I watched like 2 episodes with her, right? And I think, because that came out like when? That came out like 2006 or something? I gotta look this up now. When did Kyle XY appear? 2006. How did I know that? How did I call that? It's because I was in college. And I had way more girlfriends than I had guy friends. I had way more female friends than I had male friends. And she was so into Kyle XY. She was so into Kyle XY. And she was like, you gotta watch the show. And I was like, it looks really bad. And she was like, no, you gotta come over. We'll get drunk. Like, let's watch the show. So we got a couple, like, beers. Got a little bit silly. I know you don't have serious talks like that unless they need to happen. This one kind of didn't, though, Generic Litter Goth. We kind of just fell into this by talking about parasocial creators. So, and like, being more mindful of, like, other human beings. And, like, being willing to know that intent and context do matter in a lot of situations. And that, like, you know, confronting yourself to improve is a very different thing than being like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. You know, I have this condition, so I get to do that whenever I want. You know, those are two different mindsets. Anyway, not to jump back into that. Kyle XY. He was a clone. Wait, he was a clone? That's why he didn't have a belly button? Oh my god. See, I didn't know that. So we watched like 2 episodes, and they made it a point in both of the 2 episodes to show that he didn't have the belly button. I know it was 2006, so they were like, CGI is getting so realistic. Let's use it. It wasn't, by the way. It was just like, studios were like, oh, we can really use this to our advantage. It's going to be fun. And it... They've made it a point to show his CGI'd, no, like, Photoshop, no belly button stomach in both episodes I watched. It's very odd. There's a tarantula hiding on your stairs? What? Cutie, wait, don't you live in, like, Ontario? I didn't think that they had tarantulas in Ontario. It's not warm enough there. And if you live on the other side, if you live in the Vancouver area on, like, the West Coast, like, there's tarantulas there? No shot. That's scary. Just flaunting our girlfriends, okay. Not like that. Good God. I, too, had dozens of hot girlfriends in 2006. You just wouldn't know them. They went to a different school. Okay, these girlfriends did go to a different school. We're talking about romantic or platonic, okay? And I've made plenty... Listen, chat. This isn't me trying to flex my frat boy era, because I told you guys, I make the comment, I went to college all the time about other types of scenarios, okay? So no, I'm not the toxic male streamer that you want me to be. So that you have a problematic target to attack. My misogyny and my male, toxic male-coded behavior. The most toxic masculinity streamer on this website, as you all know. I almost adopted a tarantula today. Was it the one that got away and went into Cutie's house? I live in the Pacific Northwest now on an island. Oh, God. Is it like one of those special experimental islands where they're like, we use radiation here, and the spiders grew very large? Is it one of those? And it has this, like, weird ecosystem that's, like, doesn't exist anywhere else. It's like Journey to the Center of the Earth style. Toxic lesbian streamer. That's me. It feels like it. Pack up the pitchforks and torches. We'll find a different toxic streamer. That's right. I can pull the LGBTQ plus card and the POC card whenever I need to out of convenience. I can be performative too about who I am. I'm reading you as a hey mama lesbian. Wait, what's a hey mama lesbian? I take that back. I have to wait for the money to go through before I can buy it for him. Oh no! It's a good thing, Fallen, that this is one of these nights where I can actually remember things, because that follow-up was so far after your first message about buying your brother stuff that I should have forgotten, but I'm on a different level tonight, you know? You have the Riz. No, I don't. Look up Hey Mama Lesbian on TikTok. What if I... Okay. Well, hold up. I'm going to Google it, because I'm 89 years old. Hey Mama Lesbian. A phrase a masculine lesbian that has an undercut and a top bun and a tight Nike bra would say to girls to attract them. Is that what that is? You think that I am the type of lesbian to you that would dress butch and then go, hey mama, like that, to rizz them up? You think I would lead with hey mama? No, my pickup lines were way worse, honestly. Also, this is why I do not free scroll during streams. This is why I don't browser capture anything. This is why I don't desktop capture when I stream. Because this is why I'm very selective about when I show my browser on stream. This is from Urban Dictionary. And my sidebar on the Hey Mama Lesbian page is all vibrators. So you guys don't get that tonight. We're raising money for a kids charity right now, by the way. I am told every year by the St. Jude social team that they cannot use any of the material from any of my streams because I swear too much and I talk about like egregiously weird shit with you guys. I'm told every single year that they can't use my clips. You mean massagers, yeah. Well, I guess if the Hey Mama doesn't work. Here's the problem with Hey Mama is it reminds me too much of Johnny Bravo. Whoa, mama. You know, like that kind of stuff. Like the fake Elvis impression. Hey, mama. Hey, little mama. You know, that kind of thing. You know? We discussed in Morgan. Wait, you guys talked about massagers in Morgan's stream too? Listen. Couples that... Nope, I'm not going to go there. I was going to make... Never mind. That's why you also pictured Johnny Bravo? We did raise money, Phoenix. We raised $100 more tonight so far. This is a good chill night, though. By the way, though, there is a time limit on Crafty's 2x match. It ends on Tuesday, I believe. So, just as a heads up. If you guys want to get in the 2x match, if you want your donations to donate twice as much, where you donate X amount and then Crafty automatically matches it, that only lasts till, I believe, Tuesday. So, it's hot when it's a girl, though. Oh, wow. Oh, that means my man. The Hey Mama lesbian is known to be the fuckboy of lesbians, though. Oh, shit, I was such a fuckboy when I was in college. I was telling Morgan earlier, this is what I'm talking about, like, people who change, right? I am very comfortable with who I am now, and I was not comfortable with who I was in college. I acted a certain way to try to blend in and make friends because I just literally, I've told you guys about me being in like middle school and like high school and stuff. I didn't really have that many friends. I was kind of a loser and I was like very othered by so many people. It wasn't even that I was a loser. I was just othered by so many people who weren't willing to like, you know, break the mold to accept someone who was a little bit different, right? That's the way that I've tried to reframe it as I've gotten older. So by the time I was in college, I was so desperate for friendship that I was willing to just be an absolute fucking turd, dude. Like, I've shown you guys the pictures of me, like frat boy me. I put those up on social media before. I've talked about me being in a frat. I was an asshole. I would beat the absolute shit out of me in college. Because me wearing the slightly sideways, like fucking fitted brim cap, being like, yo, bro, when's the next match on the beer pong table? Oh, yeah, fuck you too. Yeah, whatever, fuck. You don't get pussy. Shut up. You know, like, me, like, I would have beaten the shit out of me. I would beat the shit out of me now. You know? 19-year-old me was not that person yet. I was still a dork when I was 19. I joined the frat later that year and completely changed who I was to fit in with those people. It was rough. It was bad. I was still a dork in that picture that I put up the other day. That was me sitting alone in my dorm room playing Doom 3 on my laptop until 4 in the morning, drinking energy drinks and cheap beer. Himbos are into himbos, I suppose. Honestly, I can't imagine you as a frat boy because it's so far from how you are now. It took a lot of, like, deconditioning, honestly. Like, I never got, like, toxic masculinity to the level that, like, a lot of these assholes online are now. But it was definitely, like, I was not a respectful human being to a lot of human beings out there. And I was talking to Morgan about it, right? Because, like, one of the conversations her and I have a lot is the person who I used to be compared to who I am now. And, like, that was, like, a really big thing for me. Was, like, just acknowledging that even though I was in a place of hurt at the time, how I hurt other people back then was still not okay. And it's something that all I can really do about it is be as good of a version of who I want to be now and be the version of who I've always wanted to be now that I've, like, broken myself free from society's chains or whatever. Like, I'm someone who is just unapologetically me now online and in my life. And that's who I've always wanted to be, is who I'm becoming. And that is something that, like, that's all I can do, is try to lead by example, try to make sure that other people don't repeat the mistakes that I made, and, you know, not just live in regret the rest of my life, because that's not going to help anybody. That's just going to make me pity myself by being like, oh man, I was like addicted to all these substances, and I called people like mean words sometimes, and I got into fist fights. Like, that sucks that I did that. That fucking blows that I did that stuff. That was me being like a little fucking baby who didn't know who I was, and feeling like peer pressure to act like a certain way, fit like a certain like toxic masculinity archetype. But like, that's not gonna help if I just feel bad about like me being that way. I can feel bad about being that way while making sure that the changes that I'm making now as a human being are worthwhile and will make a difference in a more positive, impactful way. That's the way that I am, you know? I was and still am a sensitive baby. I would not have the heart to hurt my younger self, even if middle school me was very cringe. This was so far beyond cringe, though, Brookie. That's the thing. I was so, like, I wasn't me just being cringe. I was, like, truly a toxic person. I was so repressed and weird and very quiet in college, and honestly, thank God, nobody needed to talk to that time in my brain development. Yeah, I mean, some of you got away with just being awkward. Like I said, I did what I could to fit in by the time I hit college. It was really rough. And I walked it back. I walked it back quite a bit, fortunately. I had a talk with an old friend about college stuff, how there was one type of person I'd make fun of, but secretly I was making fun of myself and no one really knew. And that's that on that, Crafty. You nailed it on the head. You know, I was very much being toxic towards the type of people that I actually envied, because I was like, I wish I could just be fully who you are, confident in who you are, being yourself. You've been so many people, so grateful for all you become. I've lived a lot of lives. I've done a lot of stupid fucking shit in my life, and I'm just glad that I'm at a point where when I do stupid things, it's by choice on the internet. You know? It's me going into situations with a mindset that is focused on making sure that people are very aware of the intent and the type of person that I am. And then working it back from there, you know? Hey, I gotta pull up the game. We can have these talks over the game. The game is going. You guys want tunes on in the back? Actually, I'll put this in a poll. Okay. You have 1 minute to vote. Do you want background music or not? It's very understandable, very proud of how much you've grown, though. Thank you. I mean, it's not some. It's the bare minimum. Is everyone should always be vying to improve and change themselves, you know, in ways that are meaningful. And it's okay if you don't make progress every single day, as long as the intent is there, and as long as the willingness to face yourself is there, like we talked about earlier. But it is like kind of the bare minimum. There's never like a, haha, I'm perfect now. I've reached the end point. It's a constant thing, right? It's great to hang out and hear all the perspectives on the deeper talks today. Cutie, thanks so much for hanging out. Take care of yourself. Yeah, if we don't see you at the end of stream, I hope they have a great night and start to your week. Conversation has given me so much perspective and hope. Phoenix, you're doing great, honestly. I've said this to you before, but like, I always appreciate you have such a grounded perspective. It's always nice to hear from you. Honestly, it's so hard. Earnesty is so hard earned from yourself. True. Yes, tunes in the background? Okay. We'll keep them going. After that, I've stopped making fun of people, realized it wasn't great, and just keep it to myself. Had to keep the troll keyboard warrior in the basement. Can't be contained. That said, I will absolutely cyberbully people if they suck as human, if they're jerks. But outside of that, yeah, don't yuck in someone's yum, like we always say. Let people do fun stuff. Let them be cringe and free, chat. Halloween, what's up? Hello, hi. That means a lot to me. Phoenix, you're great. You guys hanging out with me and listening to me. I'm sure there's people out there who are like, oh, I miss old Bri who made the content of the funny Let's Plays of like Poop Simulator and was like, whoa, did like all the tuber reactions to like, wow, finding a piece of poop. that's still a part of me, but like this, I like to just fucking talk sometimes, okay? I do be saying things sometimes. I only break out the keyboard warrior in the email rants at work. That's fair. That's earned. That's how I am too. If you want to be a shithead, I'll flush you, but otherwise, go ahead, do what you're into. Exactly. We were talking about earlier, we got to be willing to learn and grow, but as the #1 edutainment stream, I'm sure all of us already are, right? And the other thing is sort of like what I was mentioning earlier. It's like, I think that most of us are pretty well adjusted in a lot of ways where we don't need to like explain the basics back to people of like obviously being racist is bad. I don't need to say that every 5 seconds during a stream for people to, if that's what convinces you to not be racist, you are in the wrong place, because like, holy cow. You didn't even start from square one. You're in the negatives, dude. You know? And that's what I appreciate about all of you. Is like so many of you are already on the same page when I start talking about this shit. And that's the type of community I've always wanted to make. I've always wanted to freaking form this type of community. I've always, like, genuinely, I talk to Morgan about that all the time. Is like, yeah, was viewership halved over the past couple years? Because people were going back to work, people were returning to real life, some people didn't even like it that much here to begin with, some people didn't like how I changed, whatever. Yeah. Does that bother me? No, because, like, every goddamn interaction I've had over the past, like, couple years since I started making content again more consistently after my big depressive, like, hiatus from content has been awesome. This is the type of community that I wanted from the start, where I get to, like, stop and talk to you guys about shit that matters in the world or matters to me. That's cool as shit. Not everyone gets to do that. Some people are parasocially bounded to their community forever to make the same cheesy, like, 2-line joke over and over again, you know? And they can make that work for them. That's great. No shade at them. But that's not what I want for me. That's nothing I want for me. That sounds ugly as hell. Imagine starting a stream with, hey, remember, don't be racist. Also, hi, y'all. Hey, what's up, Antichrist Bear? Yeah, if you need that reminder regularly, you're in the wrong place, most likely. I don't know how you ended up here, but you got lost somewhere turning around Alabama and, like, the Tennessee area or something. I don't know. North Carolina. You can go find a nice North Carolinian streamer who's like, you know what? I'm going to pat myself on the back every stream because I no longer say slurs. Cool. You're doing the bare minimum, brother. For the first time, I diffused a troll online with love and humor this week, and they even joked back before dropping the conversation. I was shooketh. Yeah, sometimes it works. Sometimes just ignoring them works too, right? I try not to engage unless I really have to, because I don't have the spoons for it, and it's not my job, again, to save the world. I can do what I can in the spaces I have control over, and that's kind of it. But at the end of the day, you know, like, really hope I'm becoming someone good. You are doing a fantastic job. In the YouTube comments, Phoenix, damn, look at you go, damn. Kill them with kindness sometimes, right? But only if they show a willingness to listen and hear you out and actually engage in good faith. So many of those people will engage with you on purpose to tire you out because they're just going to keep writing the same horrible shit over and over again. And they have been given infinite chances to change as a human being, and instead they just want to be the worst human alive, you know? So, there's some news to share. My friend invited me to a comic artist convention kind of thing, and it was so cool. I bought some stickers and leftist literature, as well as a comic about an urban legend, butch lesbian superhero. Yo, that's strangely pertinent to us talking about Hey Mama Lesbians earlier. Love that for you. Very cool. Needing education to learn why certain things aren't cool is one thing, but just needing reminders to not be a bigot every few minutes says a lot. Yeah. Again, like we talked about, intent. And it's one of those things, too, again, like, we were talking about spoons earlier, and anytime it comes to this talk about, you know, doing social good, making a difference, standing up for what's right, I always, always, always have to remind people, please, please, please pick your battles. You can't win every fight online, and sometimes, unfortunately, the fights kind of don't matter except to, like, maybe show other people that you are standing on their side. You know? It's like one of those things where, like, I want the world to be better. I want the trolls to go into hiding and stop being nasty to strangers for no reason except that they're sad and didn't ever get, like, a fucking hug in their life or something. But, like, the reality that we live in is sometimes there's going to be people who are in, like, just intentionally trying to waste our time by being assholes. And, like, it's okay to just let them scream into the void and disappear. Because they are intentionally trying to waste your energy and your time. And even if you win the argument, you're not going to actually do anything that matters. Like, right now, there's, like, this big argument going on online. And it sucks. And I don't want people to start this argument in the chat because it's shitty and dumb and there is really only one right answer. But even though this is an example of the right answer does not always cause any sort of change, right now, people online are arguing about, is it fat-phobic to want larger seats on airplanes? And I'm sure some of you have seen this, and it's a really stupid fucking argument because at the end of the day, even though the right answer is larger plane seats would benefit all of us, and the only reason we don't have them is because of greedy corporations trying to save money and not redesign planes, and fat people should not be fucking discriminated against, because what the hell? That's some dog shit. Why are you doing that to someone else? That's super rude. Different body types exist. Shut the fuck up. L plus ratio to you. Even though that is the right answer, it does not matter if I win that argument against 8 million trolls online. At the end of the day, we are not going to get larger seats on our planes because the CEO of the airplane companies isn't involved in this talk. They're not going, wow, social backlash during this fight on Twitter.com was really intense and brought up a lot of great points. I should spend $4 billion more dollars on redesigning the planes that we use. They're not going to do that. It sucks because you want to put that person in their place. You want to make sure that that troll doesn't want to ever speak again, never logs on to a social media website ever. But at the end of the day, it's kind of sometimes better to let, like, sure, you can show people in your circles, like, you stand up for them and you know, a variety of marginalized people. Absolutely. That's fine to do it that way. But to engage in, like, long-form pontification with the belief that you're going to actually change their mind when they are most likely starting that argument just to piss people off on purpose, it's not going to cause any real change at the end of the day. That fucking sucks. That blows. I'm not saying don't take those fights, but just make sure that you know what, at the end of that, what is the result going to be, you know? That's the thing that I always try to remind people of. Same thing applies to person. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself and give priority to you. Can't save everyone. Today someone was lost in IKEA and I helped direct them, but I didn't have the energy to lead them out as I knew I had to stay on task to get what I wanted. Exactly, right. You can still do small acts of kindness and stuff, but setting arbitrary, like, you know, standards for yourself where you're like, well, I didn't do X, Y, and Z also. I'm a bad person. I suck. That does no one a favor, right? That person probably walked away and was like, oh, what a nice, kind person. Helped me through, you know, part of IKEA. That was cool. Wow, some people are really nice out there. So often, not an ideological, moralistic argument. It's an argument where someone wants to hurt someone. Does not have a dog in the race outside of delighting in harm and cruelty because they feel so minuscule in their day-to-day lives. Absolutely. And that's what I try to always remind people of is, like, these people are not here to actually make a point. They don't actually give a shit if Congress passes the bill that doesn't allow certain people to use a certain bathroom. They don't care about that shit. At the end of the day, it doesn't affect them. What affects them is how much of an outrageous reaction they can get. How can they waste someone's time who's like, well, let me explain the reasons why this is actually good for us to fight for. They don't care. Because at the end of the day, they're not the one who's going to sign a bill or vote or make a law. They're just there to piss you off on purpose. On Twitter.com, on social media, the thing that literally causes, like, some of the least change in the world. You know? Yeah, consider them before acting on them, yeah. Also, maybe sit back and think, do they really need my input here? Is my opinion worth disrupting my peace right now? Yeah, Cactus Prince, I'm willing to bring this up now because I stated this way back when it first started happening last year. But the war in Russia, right? I know where I stand on the war in Russia, and I think that a lot of people do. And it was one of those social causes that was, like, very, very, very supported for good reason. But also, it doesn't matter what the fuck me, Joe Schmo, random person, thinks about it. Because I'm not the one who's fighting on the front line. I'm not the one who's being displaced because bombs are dropping on my neighborhood. I'm not the one who's transporting the military goods to the country that's in trouble. I'm not the one who can make any sort of change happen for these people. I can state my opinion on it till I'm blue in the face and show people that I am ethically on the right side of history. But anything I say can't fucking change anything. It can't save anyone, and it can't really... It can't do anything to sway someone's opinion, really. Like, maybe I could. Maybe I could sway the opinion of a couple people here or there. Cool. That's awesome if you really, truly believe you can do that. Don't lose faith in those actions. You know, education really is important. That said, you know, it's just one of those things, like... It doesn't matter what me, random idiot streamer playing video games on the internet, has to say about the situation in Europe right now. It's going to keep happening. And that sucks. I can donate money like I have. You know? I absolutely can donate as much money as I want to the cause. But I can't make a difference, really, outside by arguing with pro-Russian trolls on the internet. You know? So... That's the way that I look at it. So, there's a quote from Brennan Lee Mulligan quoting someone else. But personality predates ideology. Before you were a fascist, you're an asshole, and found an asshole viewpoint to align with being an asshole. I mean, that's a good quote. You know? Hey, what's up, A Green? Good to see you here. My flag emote says UA. Interesting. The true country I salute. Unis honest. Such an important point when it comes to picking your battles. Yeah. What is the impact that you hope to have? And is it realistic that you can have that impact? Those should be the two questions you ask yourself, you know? That's the way that I look at it. Not to derail this conversation, but good news. No, that's not derailing. Good news is always welcome here, Antichrist Bear. So upcoming Saturday is our local festival. Last year, our town got a decent grant after struggling and kind of dwindling away for a while. And with that, they were able to create a few new businesses and revive things a bit. So excited to see the festival. It's been years since we've had the money here to have it be a large celebration, and we even have big dino animatronics. That sounds so fun! It's a festival about fossils? What the hell? I want a festival about fossils near me. That sounds sick. Sounds so cool. Enjoy that. That's awesome. Anyway, to wrap up the point I was making, there's always going to be people who are going to have differing points of view. Like, there's going to be people who probably just left stream because they are like, I differ an opinion to you, Brian. We have to fight every battle. We always have to be signaling to each other that we stand up for what's right. That's very noble of you. I'm not going to insult you for that. That's great that you think that way and that has been your life experience with the world so far. Please keep fighting the good fight. That said, that's not my worldview. But that's okay that we both coexist in the same space. Differing opinions happen, and as long as we're not differing opinions on, like, human rights or something that's, like, truly important that should be universal, then at the end of the day, our ideological differences should not separate us by that much. And that's okay. If you gotta, like, dip out of the community, you go, hey, well, Brian, I don't believe in that same thing. I'm out of here. Okay, that's fine. I've had thousands of you do that in the past. That's okay. Go do your thing. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I hope you don't either. And that's on that. If you can handle it, go for it. But a lot of people will never be able to cope with so much stress, especially with the effects stress has on health. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is my big thing is spoons are limited. It's sort of like a few years ago, people were like really beating the shit out of themselves because they were like, oh my God, my whole timeline, I accidentally tweeted about, like, what's going on in my own life. I'm the biggest piece of shit in the world. I should have been tweeting about these causes. And I was like, no. Your real life still goes on parallel to these things. Like, maybe, yeah, the focus should be on these causes in the moment. And we should absolutely put, like, a majority of our energy and whatever into these causes. But, like, sometimes you're allowed to break things up with, like, your own shit every now and then. That's okay to do. And while you're recharging, while you are having that moment where you're like taking a step back, doesn't mean that you are putting less time and energy and thought. You're recharging your battery so that you can get back into the fight with more energy. That's actually a good thing, so that you don't burn out. And while you're doing that, other people are taking up arms and doing the work, waiting for you to come back. That's okay. That's how that works, you know? I had an argument yesterday about human rights, and man, I'm prepared to lose a lifelong friend. I do not budge on those. Kettle Destroyer, especially with like a bunch of the stuff that's happened over the past few years regarding human rights, I have blocked some people who I've known since I was a kid. I've straight up been like, okay, cool, fuck you. You literally can't even settle on the idea that human rights are for everyone. All right, peace out. Fuck you. Bye. Goodbye. You don't believe that human beings deserve human rights. Goodbye. It's the step you got to take sometimes. And then for those of you, again, who don't do that, if you're like, that would take too many spoons for me to block that person, I'd be too stressed out, it'd rock the boat too much, they would say something to me, we'd get into an argument, that's okay too. Like, don't enable them, obviously, but it is okay to protect your peace. That said, you know, maybe start distancing yourself from them in ways that matter. It's a really hard lesson to accept, but if you give away all of the water you have, guess who's dehydrated and needs the help now? Exactly. Yep. Same. I've deleted so many people I've known for so long. It's been really good for my mental. Yeah, if anything, it's been amazing for my mental health to do that. I block them, I move on, and I haven't thought about most of them since. I go, wow, cool. All right, they just proved that they're trash. The end. Bye-bye. That was easy. So. Differing opinions are fine as long as those opinions aren't hurting others. You can like pineapple on pizza, but if you think certain people don't deserve certain rights, that's not the same, and people have the right. Exactly. Again, everything in context type of stuff. So, we just recently reconnected. Oh man, I just about lost it. That's awful. I'm so sorry. You were put into a situation where you were expecting one thing, and you're like, what the hell happened to my friend? Empathy is an important thing to have. People go through very difficult situations, and everyone's affected differently. Everyone goes down different paths. Everyone deserves basic rights. Absolutely. I feel like I just echoed a bunch of people's points. No, Brookie, you're great. You're wonderful. Everyone deserves to have their input in this conversation. Like I said, baby gloves are off, right? And that includes making sure people feel heard and included in these conversations. You know? Unless you're someone who's like, well, I don't believe that all humans deserve rights. Then, in that case, goodbye. You know? It's true, if you get rid of your spoons, you have nothing to scoop your cream of man soup with. Stop! Not the cream of man. My mom will tell me you can't just remove someone from your life. I'm happy. And I'm happy to in the right circumstance. Yeah. I love the people who are like, you're family and you can't turn your back on family. I straight up blocked an aunt and uncle on Facebook years ago because they were being such giant fucking pieces of shit. I was like, and then they had the gall to try to DM me, and I literally just wrote, fuck you, and blocked them again. And then my mom got sad at me for doing that, and then I explained why, and then we just haven't talked about it since. That's it. It was that easy. I intentionally avoid family get-togethers that they're at. I will not go to them. I always have an excuse. Oh, yeah, no, we can't go to Thanksgiving this year because, we actually have this other plan. It's a different Thanksgiving. Falcon, thank you so much for gifting us up the cream of men soup. Sorry that happened. No, it's fine. I don't even fucking like these aunts and uncles. This aunt and uncle. They're pieces of shit. Haven't talked to my dad in nearly a decade. My mental health has blossomed since then. Wow. So sorry you had to go through that, but I'm so glad that you have realized it was right for you and probably him, honestly. You know? Sometimes it sucks to admit that you know someone won't change. But also that if you are in each other's lives any longer, it's going to be more damaging for both of you. The same time with families, sometimes you can't just cut them out for whatever reason. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Don't feel bad about wanting to limit contact with them. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. It's just one of those things where it's up for a whole pregnancy. Wait. Is that Cream of Man's 9th month? No, get out of here, Falcon. Oh my god. That's so good. That is actually so funny. Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you for keeping the legend of Cream of Man soup alive. I don't know how we got to that. I've never really fully understand how that meme has stuck around for as long as it has, but it sure freaking has, chat. You have made sure that it has. Cream of Man, yum. No. I'm not here to judge. Cream of Man is gonna be a father. Stop. Had to stop talking to homophobic, transphobic family members because I'm the first person to be out of the closet in my family. I'm setting an example for the rest of my family that's still in the closet. You are! No, absolutely. Like, absolutely. You honestly, I'm glad you're standing your ground on that kind of thing, Phoenix. I'm sorry that it's probably a bit painful, but I'm glad that you're comfortable in making space for yourself and others who also can relate to you, you know? I'll see myself, cream of father, I'll see myself out. I mean, if you really look at it, Austin, are we not all the cream of our father? Cream of daddy. My uncle recently showed his true transphobic colors, which is one of the reasons I'm planning to leave at the end of the summer. I'm so sorry, Agreen. Even though he and I aren't that close, I don't really want someone like him around me, and I know it will be better for my mental health in the long run. Again, sometimes we just got to prioritize our own spoons, our own energy, our own mental health. Doing so is never the wrong decision, especially if you know that the other person also will just get more and more miserable by you two being around each other. So sorry. Know that you always have a place here. I think that if you don't know me, if you're new here from like a raid, or if you've come in here from like front page or whatever, or a different community, I'll say with my full chest here, if you don't believe that trans rights are human rights, get the fuck out. I don't need your view. I'm literally better than you. Maddie, hello. Cream, like, you know, like, stop. I really do appreciate this community a lot. I'm glad. I genuinely am super glad. Sometimes the internet is good, chat. It's not often, but sometimes it's good. And I hope that what I'm creating here now, that I'm more of myself and more dedicated to creating the type of content and sharing the type of humor and insight that I always really wanted to talk about online, I hope that it just keeps getting better for people. I hope this is the type of space that I would have really enjoyed when I was younger. And as a result, those of you who are here feel that. You know? The internet. Part-time positive, yeah. Welcome to the internet. Loki was getting choked up with what some people were saying and being so proud of you, and then cream of our father happened? Oh my god. Man, so sorry for Automod, by the way, catching all the cream of man jokes and stuff. Started following because the Among Us lobby with Julian, and I'm glad I decided to pop back in tonight. Miranda, I'm so sorry, I misread your name. Melinda, I can't read. Are you sure you want to still be here? I literally can't read. I have dyslexia. I'm gonna blame it on that this time. Melinda, it's so nice to have you here, and it's wonderful to get to know you better, and I'll never forget your name again, I promise. That's my most problematic thing I've done on stream tonight. Canceled. Easily the most problematic thing I've ever done on stream. No, that's something that I love about Julian, right? Is talking about, like, creators that I've gotten to know a little bit more over the years, and, like, some of them, I'm just, like, always like, oh, I see where you actually stand, or, wow, but I wish you didn't do that thing, because it's kind of fucking weirding me out. Julian is one of those people who has known about me for a while just because, you know, I'm friends with his friends. I've been in a bunch of his streams just, like, vibing, and he'll, like, read out my message because I think he sees, like, the Twitch partner badge. I don't know. But he's known about me for, like, a while, and then we've gotten to play games with each other, I think, like, 3 times now. And I've been a fan of Dude for years. I've talked about the fact that Jenna is from Rochester, so Jenna was a hometown hero for a very long time in Rochester. Still is to me. Dink Fam is amazing. I love Dink Fam. But, like, as a result, I started watching Julian. And knowing that for years he has been incredibly vocal about the things that he believes in and stands by as his ideals, and that he's regularly talking to Dink Fam about that kind of thing, and seeing him take action on that kind of thing regularly, Dude is just a good dude. He is someone who I'm so glad that he raided during that Among Us lobby and got to know me a little bit better and basically give me his seal of approval, sign off that he wanted to share his community with us here. That meant a lot, because he really is someone who I've always respected the way that he's handled just being mindful, and I'm really, really happy to see the changes he's gone through and Jenna's gone through over the years as well. Because, again, I've been watching Jenna since she moved away and, like, moved to California or whatever to start making YouTube videos. Like, I've watched her since, like, her first earliest viral videos. So it's been really cool, you know? That's the way I look at it. Called dyslexia spicy spelling. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty accurate. It's always got a little bit of a pepper, a zing to it, right? Backside panel. Okay, that's... Oh, here we go. I forgot I could just do this and it would make it infinitely easier for me. 86. $87% now. Damn. Okay, I'm actually getting kind of close to finishing this one. So tired. Hey, take care of yourself. If you gotta go get some rest or anything. I started the stream so late here tonight, guys. So if you gotta duck out, I get it. Appreciate y'all being here. Dink Fam is not what I heard. I think I need to lurk for the night. Enjoy your lurk. Why? What did you hear? What could you have possibly heard that is close to that word with a different consonant instead of the N? I personally, big fan of Dink Fam. Big fan of how Julian conducts himself online. When, like, Jenna stepped back from the internet and he, during one of his streams, he was just straight up like, get Dirk. Sync, obviously. Are you sure you didn't hear a rhyming word? What are some fun words that rhyme with Dink? Sync, Link, Twink Fam. That one sounds about right. Here's the thing. The way that Julian, like, addresses his fans about things that are important, like when Jenna stepped back from the internet, made the big public announcement she wasn't going to be making videos or tweeting or anything for a while, it sucked to see my guy get so emotional. But the fact that he got so emotional, and it was, like, very clear that he cared so much about what was going on, he cares so much about, you know, Jenna, that kind of thing, and he just, like, very respectfully was like, hey, can people please just leave her alone? Can people please just be kind and, like, just be nice people? Because it's, like, really hurtful to see people, like, scrutinize her whole life. And I just want the best for her because I love her so much. Like, that was, like, one of those moments I was like, bro, like, legitimately, like, he's someone who's not afraid to show his emotions on a public forum from a place of very genuine earnesty and kindness and mindfulness. He's not wielding this in a way to, like, emotionally manipulate people. He's just, like, not afraid to show emotions. Like, zero toxic masculinity moment, you know? And I remember seeing him do that, and I like, turned to Morgan because I, like, wasn't in my... Or I'd either just started therapy or I wasn't in it again yet. And I was like, I wish I could be that open about my emotions. Look at me now. I just fucking blabber about my emotions all stream long. I blabber about my worldview all stream long. That's all I do. But I truly, I really like Julian a lot. I think he's a cool dude. I hope I get to play games with him again at some point. I'd love to play, like, Valorant with him or something sometime. He's just a nice guy. Just stopping by to say hi. Lots of love. Hey, Yamanaka, thank you so much for dropping by to say hello. Wish them so much peace and ease always. Me too. Love your emotions, pretty poggers. I don't know. I feel like I'm, like, such a fucking baby. I feel like I'm a little toddler with my emotions. I'll say something like, you know, chat, it's okay to cry sometimes. And chat's like, yes, Brian, it is okay to cry sometimes. You know, toxic streamer emotionally manipulates chat. It's not working very well. I don't have 8,000 subs yet. When does that part happen? When do I never have to worry about if I'm gonna make it out to LA again or not? When can I parasocially, emotionally manipulate my chat into donating thousands of dollars to me so that I can go be an insufferable content creator in LA? Be like more of a fucking jerk more of an annoying, hateable jerk online than I already am. Oregon Trail your way to LA. Just kill squirrels and deer along the way. Find random traders along the route to trade pelts with. Not during a recession. Yeah, not during a freaking recession. You don't have your Bugatti. The freaking Bugatti. Brian, I know you mean for a move, but did I tell you I got my ticket for $270? God damn, that's dirt cheap to go to LA. You didn't have to fly Spirit or Southwest, though, did you? Because those are the two airlines I refuse to fly. Anything else, I'll give it the good old college try. Sometimes American Airlines I'll avoid, but, like, 270, I'd be willing to risk my life. Also, stop in Oregon, mayhaps. I would like to, actually. I've always wanted to visit that part of the Pacific Northwest. I did not say kill squirrels and deer. That's what they do in the Oregon Trail. How else do they eat? There are Shake Shacks these days. You're fucked up. You're insinuating I should hunt Shake Shack employees for their pelts? Wow. Wow, cutie. That's way more messed up. I did American round trip straight through free carry-on. No way. No shot. Wow. Stop in August when I move there. Cough, cough. Okay. I will have to think about that. Because I honestly, I really want to visit. Any good conventions out that way? Put my name in. Let them know that you want Girbeagly to be there as a guest. And then if they want to comp me and stuff, then I'll go. Anybody need a lampshade? No! That reminds me that I get to take the train to Chicago this week. It's my first time on a train. I'm super excited. Generic Glittergoth, I hope you have a great time. I hope that it's a really nice trip. Nowadays, we have Del Taco. So oh my god. Wait! Rookie! That actually sweetened the pot quite a bit. I forgot that Oregon has Del Taco now. That actually does entice me to want to visit more. Yezi, thank you for the 46 months. I appreciate that a ton. Thank you so, so much. I hope that you've been doing well. We do have the Sugar Shack in Oregon. Wait, what's Sugar Shack? Love Shack. It's a little old place where... Like that? Colorado has an anime convention that I really want to go to this year. I want to go to more anime conventions, but I gotta play more Weeb games on stream. But every time I do, it kills viewership. No one wants to watch that shit. After this month, so I've been super heavy into Honkai Star Rail. Would people watch Honkai Star Rail streams? Do you guys want to see waifu anime weeb streams? You'll have no idea what's going on in the story, by the way. I'm pretty deep into it already. I play it on my phone before bed every night. Pro tip for long train rides, bring a cushion or blanket to sit on. There we go. That's a good tip. Mostly just an overnight trip. We're going for a concert, so not doing a ton of sightseeing this trip. But I know Hoots wants to take me sightseeing there since I've never been. That's very sweet. I hope you get a chance to eventually. I love it when you play the anime games. Yes? Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. See, Brookie's excited. It's a donut shop on the coast that literally has a donut that is a foot long, shaped like a food, and is and is cream filled along with other sweets. But I like the donut. That sounds kind of good, actually. I might give that a shot. Probably kill me. It would put me on my ass in like a diabetic coma, but I'd maybe give that a shot. A foot? That's so big. Why is it that big? I temporarily have use of a bathtub, so I think I got to take a bath with a fancy little bath bomb. Treat yourself. Morgan does that from time to time. That's so lovely. Do that for you. You've earned it. Coming back from Lurk to confirm that I am in fact undead. Girbeagly has killed me, and I've come back to haunt and make horrible puns in the streams as a constant reminder. Foot-long diabetes. Yeah, God, that's so much sugar. Shaped like a foot, not a food. It is a foot. Oh, you wrote food. So it's like, well, I hope a donut shaped like a food. It would be really, but I've also seen like race car donuts and stuff, you know? So I thought it could be like a fun shape for the kids. It's like, oh, it's a foot-long donut that's shaped like a pizza. I would eat it. I miss having a tub so much. Aw. I hope you can have one again. Miss the anime game you were playing around my birthday last June. Demon lady who ate her love interest. How would it all end? Wait, which one was that one? Anime game where the... That wasn't like... Wait, around in June? So last year... Was that Tales of Berseria when I was doing the no face cam streams? That might have been that game. Where we thought that all the mommies that were on camera were going to be the new love interest and that they kept dying. I've had a Dutch Bros. Wait. I've had Dutch Bros because they have one in Houston. I still haven't tried Dutch Bros. I think so. Yeah, Tales of Berseria. It was actually kind of good. That game was hard to play on stream. Here's the thing I learned from the Persona 4 streams and the Tales of Berseria streams is people in this community, you are very few and far between as far as weebs. A lot of you do not like the weeb shit. When I play like the turn-based RPGs that are like more story and dialogue than they are gameplay, or like grinding out levels, people get bored quick. They dip out of those streams immediately. I like the sort of compromise I've come up with by playing a lot of single-player adventure games with like some like skill trees and stuff like that. That's been really fun to do. So, you know, doing like the Tomb Raider games and stuff like that. If that's what it comes to, I'm happy doing those as a compromise. It's no coffee bean. Nothing's coffee bean. Coffee bean's the best. There's a bug in my house. Someone come kill it. Reaching through the screen right now to squish it. There's a Dutch Bros close to my work. I might try it tomorrow. I hope that you enjoy it. Let me know. I love seeing that, to be honest. I love those games. That's the thing, is like, it's really very, turn-based RPGs, like traditional JRPGs, are one of my favorite genres in the world. But even playing them, I, like, understand how they're not great content games. There are some channels who can really make it work, who, like, focus solely on, like, really cozy, super weird Japanese content games. And that's fine. But every time I've tried to play Persona 4 or Tales of Berseria, every stream the viewership gets lower and lower and lower. And I'm not a numbers guy, but I'm also I have to pay rent and bills guy. So I'm not sure if those will come back. Maybe Persona will, just because those do have really interesting story, and we haven't gotten to the meat and potatoes of those. But I don't think Tales of Berseria is coming back anytime soon, even though I love that game. I truly, genuinely love that game. Maybe for a Selfish Sunday now and then. We'll think about it. How's that sound? I'm not gonna say no 100% for sure. Anonymous, thank you so much for the $5 to St. Jude. That's so kind. That actually gets doubled into $10 because of Crafty. Thank you so much, Crafty, for the donation match. This donation is dedicated to my abuela, who just passed away, who always donated and loved St. Jude. Much love to you all. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear about that, Anonymous. Nothing but our condolences, well wishes, and love sent your way. I'm sure that your abuela would have appreciated you honoring her in such a great way. $5 goes a long way. The fact it's doubled into 10 goes even farther. You just bought a kid a toy at the hospital. You've allowed some kid who's in pain or is scared about an upcoming surgery, who isn't able to go to the latest Marvel movie, to get an action figure of their favorite Marvel superhero to distract themselves with and just be a kid with. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, genuinely. Lulu, I hope that you're doing well, by the way. I hope you're having a good start to your week. Thanks for the consideration. Yeah, I know a lot of people want me to play the more recent Persona games. I just wanted to play 4 because I love it so much, but maybe we'll do 5. 5 has some really fucking heavy triggering stuff in it. I guess 4 does too. And again, I'm not baby gloving you guys. This is why I write the content warnings. If you're in these streams, it's your responsibility to read the content warnings when they exist. I'm okay, but it's cold. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you get like a blanket or a hoodie to bundle up with. But yeah, whenever Persona 6 comes out, maybe I'll stream that. Maybe I'll do a Persona 5 stream eventually. Maybe I'll finish 4. We'll see. I feel like I gotta canvas the community a little bit more because, again, like, I think people are interested in the stories, but the way that, like, JRPGs work is you do have to, like, grind your characters to have better stats so you can take on, like, bigger challenges throughout the game, and people get really bored during those moments. So even though you guys are literally watching me power wash a robot right now for hours on end. So, you know, I guess maybe you can think of it that way. It's the same reason that I, like, quit Octopath Traveler years ago on stream. I've just been playing that in my leisure time, by the way. Great game. But, like, maybe I'll give it another go after St. Jude month is over and after we get through a couple of the outstanding horror games. And if people are really into it, I'll keep doing it. And if they're not, I just might never play JRPGs on the channel again. Finally broke away from the Yu-Gi-Oh grind. I should have been in bed like an hour or two ago. Austin, go take care of yourself, dude. The grind, it never stops. I get it, dude. Take care of yourself, though. This is good sensory. That's true. That is true. This is very good sensory. My couple niche allergies seem to be in common with bath bombs now. Oh, no! Thinking it'll be an Epsom salt bath? Morgan does those every now and then. Hasn't in a while, but she does have a big bag of Epsom salt for that reason. So, you know, not a terrible idea. I'm sorry about all the allergies, though. My allergies have been going crazy from pollen. I know it's not the same thing. But the pollen out here and the air quality, because Canadians watching right now, this is your fault. The air quality from the wildfires in Canada right now are drifting over the border into New York, and it is killing me. My eyes are stinging every day. It's hard to breathe. I'm tired all the time. Hey, it's Alberta. Take responsibility as a whole, Canadians. Epsom salts are great. I think it's more of a placebo thing. It might be, but they're nice. I can't even imagine a SpongeBob level. I'm excited. Apparently, you're going to get to, like, watch, like, SpongeBob's Pineapple House and stuff. Blame them. My goodness, I have allergies and I usually don't. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. I have really bad pollen allergies and everything is blossoming right now, so I'm getting killed. I am not enjoying my time this spring. Fortunately, it's been so cold. I mean, not fortunately, because I would like it to be a little bit nicer. But it's been cold enough that I've had an excuse to just stay inside all day. Lurking until sleep. Nixie, have an enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the support. You're wonderful. It's the magnesium in the Epsom that is a pain reliever. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Morgan researches all the stuff she puts in her bath. So there you guys go. The pollen has been rude. My throat has been super scratchy today. Yeah, Melinda, my allergies have been going crazy. It's not been fun. Been not feeling very bonita, you know? Because I'm constantly swollen and just red and irritated all the time. It is gross. Oh, that's satisfying. These little missile tubes. Ooh, that was good in there. Luckily, I don't have super bad allergies, but I do have asthma. It's triggered by cold. So I've been hiding in bed for the most part. Or else the winter is going to turn me into a snowman. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I gotta jump to bed because I'm snoozing in chat. Little Red Little Bree, get some good rest. Thanks so much for hanging out for so long tonight. Appreciate you. Anyone who's got to duck out, again. I started so goddamn late tonight, so please take care of you. It's important to take care of you. Okay. I knew this would help. Nice. 96% done. I think I can get this one done tonight. It's starting to look clean. Oh, hell yeah, brother. That one felt good. New Zealand moment when it's 6 p.m., so I'm hanging out. The superior time zone. Everyone on the West Coast is like, it's not that late. And then you're like, actually, it's like the perfect evening time for me. Allergy season's so weird this year due to circumstances. We've been staying in a town we don't normally stay in. Not having the allergy issues I usually have. It's inland too, so the air isn't moving like it does on the coast, so I don't know what's going on. That's so weird. Maybe something regional, you know? That happens time to time. Oh, some of this grime I've been trying to wash off is just part of the design. I didn't realize that. Damn. Okay. Come on. Come on now. So close. It's still yesterday. Sometimes it's like 3 p.m. when I join it as a sleigh. Also, I think I'm in the future for a lot of people. You are in the future for most people. Time traveling. Always giving us what's about to come up in the world. What's the future like? Are there flying cars? Is Robo Biden still president? For his 57th term? How's Monday looking? My allergies get so bad sometimes that I have a doctor recommend moving out west. Yeah, that's another thing I'd like to move out west for. Is, the way things bloom out on the West Coast is very different than the way that they bloom all at the same time on the East Coast. Where it's like we have to prep for pollen season here because it's just like so many freaking goddamn like just patches, waves of like different types of crops and stuff that blossom in this time and then kill everyone with allergies. It's the worst. But then on the West Coast, stuff's constantly blooming, but it's doing it in like more like manicured ways. And also, so much of the West Coast is just like that nice, dry, arid heat that's like not super wet and moist and miserable. So it's like really different. Robo Biden, why not Joe A. Iden? Hey, what's up, Payno? Monday is looking pretty chill. No promises, though. Oh, man. Eating real honey from the area you live in will give you natural immunity to the pollen in your area. Yep, that's actually true for people who don't know. Make sure that it's a local pollen made from bees in your area, but you will get slight immunity to some of your allergies from eating local pollen from local hives. It's really cool. So, yeah, whoa, educational. Isn't that neat? My only experience with East Coast is Atlanta in the summer. Oh, God, we're supposed to be in the summer. It's like living underneath like a wet, like, rag. It's so humid in that area. Makes you appreciate the Pacific Northwest more. Yeah, because you guys, even though you get kind of cold and very rainy, like, the humidity index is so different. Especially, like, I talk about this all the time. Part of the reason Morgan and I want to move out west is just to get rid of the humidity. To go somewhere where it's literally not humid ever. So, local bees in your area want to flirt now. Yeah. local bees in your area. Lonely. Looking to get rid of your allergies. Click to find out how. Yeah, it's like dog's breath out here. Yeah, for sure. It gets hot here, but it doesn't feel like it's sticking to you. Yeah, it makes your clothes literally cling to you because of the humidity. It's awful. I have a friend who sells me jars of honey from her family's beehive. It helps with my allergies. That's so cool that you got a friend. I want to hook up like that. I love bees, and I would go by to, like, look at the bees and be like, bees are so cool. And then that would be so good for my allergies. You know? Even in the Midwest, it gets so humid. I'd love to live somewhere that has drier heat. Yep. Bilfs in your area. No. Bees, it would be bilfs. Bees I would like to pollinate. They want to know if you like jazz. Even in the... Wait, I already read that. This is where my brain's at tonight. This is why I was so burnt out that I couldn't do horror tonight, chat. I'm, like, so tired. You can ask Morgan for the vouch if you don't believe me. If you think I'm emotionally manipulating you, being parasocial. I have been so burnt out this month. And especially recently. I needed tonight. This was a good night. I got to just talk my shit about my opinions of the world. Some of you might not ever come back because you now finally find me problematic, which is fine. Whatever. Go find a streamer that lets you go live in whatever version of reality you want to live in. I promise you, I've not said the most problematic shit on the internet compared to other people you probably stand. And I've gotten to relax and not get jump scared every 5 seconds. Which is pretty good. We both got metaphorically hit by a bus, yeah. I've been feeling this way since therapy on Thursday. Last week. I've been feeling this fucking drained since my therapy session Thursday. Manuka honey goes so hard. I think you've talked about Manuka honey before, Lulu. It sounds kind of good. You gotta talk your shit and power wash some shit, yeah. There's a company out of Portland that sells DIY beekeeping kits. Yeah, there's a lot of people in this area that, like, set up their own hives and stuff like that. It's really cool. I don't think I'd ever want to do it myself. It feels like way too much responsibility. Plus, it gets so snowy here, like, for half the year. It's so cold and awful. I'd feel weird about, like, oh no, the bees, they think they have a home, and now I've set them up for failure. Although they naturally do that anyway. They, like, move or hibernate or whatever bees do in the winter. But it's just one of those things. It seems like too much responsibility. I'd rather just buy from local farms like I do. I don't know if I have, but it does fuck. If I could send y'all some, I would. Yum. Oh my god. I guess the option is I just have to visit New Zealand, right? Which would be sick. Definitely want to go. I will get a bee kit when I can and then change my user to the Bee Prince. Oh my god, I love that for you. My hero. Doing it for the bees. Alright, shoulder beam launcher. What needs to be cleaned on shoulder beam launcher? I think it's all the tubes. Oh, that's so satisfying, dude. Okay, what else? Forearm guard. Oh, I see. I see here what needs to have a little bit of cleaning. Wonderful. Simply marvelous. Oh, this is disorienting. I'm gonna hurl. I feel like I'm upside down when I'm not. Oh, that's so weird. I don't even have, like, vertigo or anything weird. That just felt so strange. I just hit something out there I didn't mean to hit. That's amazing. The precision of a first-person gamer main. If you do get honey from a local farm, when it starts to crystallize, you can whip it to make it last longer. Wait, really? I didn't know that. That's a great life hack. Thank you. And not the bees! Nick Cage making his debut here before Dead by Daylight. I can't wait till he's in Dead by Daylight. That will actually get me back into that game, chat. I have a phobia of bees? Oh. Killer bee got trapped in my room when I was 3. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Phoenix. That's such a bummer that you have that. I'm so sorry. Now I want honey just because Winnie the... Wait, just became Winnie the Pooh for a night? Done with homework, and now I'm going to pin moths back to lurking. Enjoy your lurk! Allergies didn't care about my feelings, so bees. On bees, though. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's awful, Phoenix. I mean, I get why some people are afraid of bees. Absolutely. Absolutely understand it. Here in Michigan, we have huge flies that sometimes look like bees at first. Are you talking about those big horse flies? Because those things are wild. We get those in New York every now and then, too. They're huge. Not even biasly anywhere in New Zealand do it. My friend Mel, they used to run the daily Girbeagly Snapchat Insta. Oh, that's so sweet. So wild to hear about all the fan accounts that used to exist for me. Phoenix, I will main Nick Cage, by the way. And Shai's boyfriend from Canada both visited New Zealand, and they both... Oh, my God. I have to go. I really gotta go. It just looks like a beautiful country to me. Looks really cool. And I know no country's perfect or anything, but just to sightsee and visit and get a little bit of a life experience out of, New Zealand's up there on my list, for sure. It's, like, high on the list, too. Those deer flies, they draw blood, man. Yeah, deer flies, they're huge and they're terrible. Yeah, those bites hurt. Love bumblebees, though? Yeah. Bumblebees are cute, though. It's because you know that they're harmless. And they're adorable to look at. They look like little flying puppies, you know? They're cute. No, your brain is doing the right thing about them. Absolutely. Little bumbles. You're fuzzy. Horseflies hurt? Yeah, they suck. She doesn't eat any... she'll devour a horsefly? Big serving of protein for Kitty. That's funny, though. Sig, there was a big centipede in her house last night or 2 nights ago. And Morgan was trying to get Sig to eat it or kill it or something. And he just stared at it and then pissed it off like I always tell you guys he does. And then it ran away and we don't know where it is now. Because Sig is the laziest cat ever known to man. He has no killer instinct at all. Just a big, stinky boy. Sig said, not my problem. Straight up, he did, though. Horseflies are awful. Thankfully, never bitten, but I've heard... Oh, they suck. I've been bit several times by horseflies in my life. We found out the hard way that the kitty door we put in does, in fact, make it easier for Mustachio to bring in moths. Oh, no. The Garfield dilemma. He wants lasagna. He was staring at it. He probably thought it was as gross as I do. I have a primal fear of centipedes. Yeah, they're gross. Although I was proud of you the other day when you washed the one down the drain. Chilling in our bathtub. Bees are curious little cuties. I always taught as a kid. But most of my homeschooling was going to the woods to just let them explore what they need to. And they'll leave. Wasps are saying... Yeah, wasps are saying. We talk about that a lot here. Wasps suck. To hell with wasps. Bees are cool. They make honey. They pollinate. They keep the ecosystem, you know, ecosysteming. But wasps are pieces of shit. Absolutely. Wasps, worst, top 3 worst bug ever made. And I'm not afraid to say it. If you guys need to cancel me over that one, if you were fine with me going off about everything else that I went off about tonight, then I'm giving you more ammo to cancel me. Most problematic streamers' opinions on wasps. All right. We're doing our shit. We need a canceled emote. My favorite thing, too, right, is, like, obviously I'm no saint, and I've made my fair share of edgy, shitty jokes on stream or in YouTube videos over the years. And I've always done my due diligence to address them when they need to be addressed. And I've always done my due diligence to change with the times and to always be as, lead with kindness as much as I can. But my favorite fucking thing that people have said to me over the years who are, like, terminally online people is they'll be like, oh my god, you're so problematic. And I'll be like, you have, like, an Ethan icon. Listen, I love Ethan to death, but Ethan has said way more egregious shit than I have. Or, like, Mark, even. Like, literally any of my friends I have probably used the C word, like the serving C word meme that's been going on around Twitter and like TikTok and shit for months now. Like I haven't made one of those jokes yet because I don't want to use that word because it's weaponized against women so often. I'll say it every now and then as like a joke in context, but like it's one of those words I just don't use on a regular basis when I can help it. Rip Ethan. Yeah, rip Ethan Nestor. Rebranded. Problematic streamer. New name, same old issues. What needs to be washed here? The Australian word. Yeah, good day. That. I'll say it every now and then. I have fun. You guys, we literally were making, like, cream of the father jokes earlier. That said, I always just have, I found it funny, the very few people who have been like, oh, Brian's like an incredibly problematic streamer online. For like me saying like something that maybe I should have said, maybe I shouldn't have said. Who knows? In the moment. I'll be like, bro, you stand Schlatt, who literally says like slurs on the internet and then goes, well, it's satire. As a white man saying, as a straight cis white man saying this is satire. And it's like, I have no beef with Schlatt. I don't even know the dude. But it's like, dude, you stand Schlatt publicly. I don't care. I mean, he's allowed to keep making that content. I'm not saying, you shouldn't make that content. I'm not saying I am holier than thou because I don't do what Schlatt does. But I just always find it so funny when double standards exist. It's hilarious to me. It's fucking hilarious to me. So, Ethan has definitely gotten a severe case of small beanification from some of his fans who believe he can do no wrong because he's just that uwu. Yeah, this fully grown 20-something-year-old man needs you to defend him on the internet, by the way, chat. Definitely doesn't make him feel fucking weird and awkward. It's my fully grown person. Oh, you don't have to take any responsibility for the weird shit you've done. That goes for everyone. That's not just about Ethan, by the way. I just like to use Ethan as an example because I'm very close to him, and him and I have these talks all the fucking time. Crispy, what's up, dude? We talking internet double standards? We sure do be. Ethan drinks piss. He needs to be canceled. But that's the thing, right? Is like, if someone makes enough of that thing that you like, you're willing to give them that little pass. And all of us are guilty of that a little bit. Maybe it's not as, like, intense as the, well, he's one of my boys. You couldn't do any wrong. Like some people do. Maybe it's not quite, because that's pretty prevalent in the world, right? But that said, it's always very, very funny when someone's like, oh, Brian said this word on stream. Incredibly terrible ableist person. Yeah, I definitely said that to, like, really make people feel awful about themselves. By the way, how's the guy that you stand who's, like, within the past 2 years said, like, 4 slurs? You know? Like, that kind of thing. Again, not talking about Ethan, just, like, hyperbolic example. It's just, like, it's just really bizarre. K-pop community is horrible for that? Yeah, I was talking to one of my Korean friends when I was at the summit, at the St. Jude Summit, and she was like, hey, I want to ask, because we're both Korean, and she's like, is it always a red flag when you meet, like, a specifically white person, and they go, hey, you're Korean? Cool, do you listen to K-pop? And is she like, does that set off your sus meter as, like, the first thing they notice about you and only thing they want to talk to you about immediately? And I was like, yeah, that's actually, like, one of my biggest red flags. And she was like, she's like, we are the same person. And they do that there in that community a lot. They're like, oh, these poor little uwu boys, they didn't know that homophobia was bad. I'm sorry, the uwu boy that you stand that's really good at singing and doing those cool dance moves is a 25-year-old. No, they know. This shit always makes me chuckle. Crispy, you missed a lot, dude. This whole stream's just been me being like Brian After Dark. Full on, me going full unfiltered. I'm probably losing some fans after this stream, which, honestly, again, that's fine. It's the internet. I'm not taking it personally, bro. I don't have all the answers. My opinions are not the only opinions that matter. My subjectivity is that. It's just subjectivity. I don't have all the answers on how to fix shit. My opinion doesn't necessarily fix shit. Sometimes it's me just bitching about the world and being a little bit of an asshole. That's just what happens when you give some idiot like me who plays video games a platform. I'm sorry. I'm going to go off every now and then and talk about stuff that I believe. And you don't have to agree. We can get along civilly and disagree about shit. That's fine. Again, like I said, as long as it's not about, like, human rights, there's a good chance that I don't think that you're a piece of shit for not, like, agreeing and being in an echo chamber, nodding your head with every single fucking thing that I say. It's okay to disagree with me. It is all right. I still appreciate you being here and a part of the community. But if you leave over this, hey, that's your right. It's the fucking, nothing's keeping you here. That's okay. But also grow the fuck up. I'm frankly tired of the ridiculous and unreal double standard crap that goes on. The moral high grounding that's occurring this day and age is just exhausting. Yeah, Crispy, we were talking a little bit about being performative earlier and how a lot of people engage in arguments just so they can personally feel good about themselves instead of actually having any sort of end goal that causes any sort of progress or raised awareness or protects people or anything that has any kind of real world implications off of fighting with someone on Twitter.com. And as someone who has regularly had me as a token person that they've used to, like, prop themselves up with in my real life, as someone who's part of the LGBTQ plus and a POC, it pisses me the fuck off, is what I'm going to say. Fans here, quality over quantity? Abso-freaking-lutely. For sure. The worst part is they defend the actors/idols by downplaying Asian countries like they somehow can't be as woke as America, so it's not their fault. I will say that it does suck that there is thousands of years of history in Asia that is, like, way more long-standing, and as a result, some of the really shitty beliefs that they do very, very, very commonly have over there, that, again, K-pop fans are always the first ones to be like, oh, well, no, they have this Pride festival. Okay, cool. That's the first Pride festival they've had in, like, 20 fucking years, dude. Like, it is one of those things. It does suck that they have thousands of years of bad brainwashing to undo and, like, frankly, really crappy, stuck-in-the-past ideals and, like, social standards. But the internet does exist, and they are very connected to the internet, and, you know, like Korea, we'll use Korea as an example because I can actually speak to that. And they know better. They fucking know better. We all can't be exact copies and have the same opinions. Life would be so boring. Yes. Absolutely. It'd be very, very boring if we all enjoyed the same things and believed the exact same things about everything. Like, I can go right now. Hey, chat, pineapple. I think it actually is fine on pizza. Tastes all right. It's not my favorite ingredient, but I will eat it if it's on pizza. Some of you just reeled back in your seat and went, oh, that's gross. But if you unfollow me over that, you're kind of weird, right? That said, if I'm like, hey, I don't think that you need to take every online battle that you see. And you're like, but Brian, we need to always be using our platforms and raising awareness. No matter what, even if it doesn't actually result in any change, we're still fighting the good fight and signaling to people around us that, like, we're in their corner or something. You can absolutely disagree with me on that. That's fine. That's okay, but it's like what was said earlier in the stream. Like, I don't personally have the spoons for that. I'm just speaking from personal experience and personal perspective. We might agree to disagree on that. That's okay. That's all right. You know? There's some there's some good takes that are, there are some food takes that are criminal offense, yeah. Pineapple's the ultimate safe word. Okay, but pineapple, pepperoni, and jalapenos on pizza, I'll eat the whole thing. Melinda, I'm so glad Julian sent you over here. That sounds so good. I would eat the shit out of that pizza. Oh my god. I'm lactose intolerant. I would spend the next day on the toilet for that pizza. Can't fight every fight, or you can, or can be miserable most of the time. One person is one person. Exactly. That's a good way to put it, dude. I disagree. When you downplay your achievements, can I cancel you? Okay. Get out of here. You're too close to the source. Someone get this person, Treasure X Trove, out of here. Morgan, I had this brilliant idea the other day. This was like, actually, what am I talking about? This was last night when I was going to bed after I had gotten a little hydrated. You should make a VOD dump. I can't remember. Babe, do you have a VOD dump channel or not? You do have a VOD dump channel? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. What did you name that again? It's the vault. It's like the treasure trove vault. Something. Because I was like, shit. The treasure vault, I think. Because you and I were racking our brains for like hours trying to come up with like a good name for your VOD channel. Totally should have called it like Trash X Trove. Because there's treasure and then there's trash. One man's treasure is another man, and one man's trash is another man's treasure. That would have been so fucking good. Sorry, that was like a high thought. So, whatever. I can rename it. Don't mess up your SEO. They have a sword. I can't. I can't. It's equal standing, and also I agree with them. Brian's still up. Late night gang moment. Huge late night gang moment, Beans. I have 3 uploads on it. I barely use it right now. Yeah, do Trash X Trove. That'd be actually so good. Are you calling Morgan's VODs trash? Now you're canceled? I call my own VODs trash. Guys, I'm the least creative human being alive. I've named my VOD channel Girbeagly. And then my shitpost voice acting channel, Voicebeagly. Brian just admitted to doing the weeds. Streamer changed, streamer canceled. Wait, Generic Glittergoth, were you not here for the 420 stream? I got supplies for a 420 stream. And then I played Minesweeper for like 2 hours while explaining it step by step. Like I was a hyperfixating neurodivergent person. Oh wait, that's what I am. Yeah, supplies. It's 2:30? What the hell? Why did Morgan not tell me that? I could have actually played games that weren't this game. In my own time. Winded down before bed a little bit. It's 2:30. Yeah, Morgan didn't even know. God damn. Man! You know what, chat? It was worth hanging out with all of you. It was fun. I hope you had a good time. I hope if you've never been here for a power wash and rant stream, I'm gonna name this VOD, oh boy, another power wash and rant stream with like the eye rolling emoji. You heard it here first. If you've never ever been to a power wash and rant stream, this is just what happens. We have deeper talks. We just vibe. I play this very goofy, very satisfying game for you. I blinked and it was 2. Yeah, what the hell? Cannot win with these nails. I've really enjoyed being here. You have a wonderful community. Thank you. Well, you're a part of it. So you are adding your own wonderful energy to the wonderful community. Also, don't give them a big head. They've been here for so long that I've seen the true evil that they're able to commit. Genuinely, though, like, some of the greatest people on the internet are here. I appreciate all of you a ton. And I thank you for allowing me to make my content. Because here's the thing. When I started making Let's Plays 10 years back on YouTube, I didn't only always want to make Let's Plays. I thought that there would always be like a big thing of what I did in the content space. And it probably still will be to a degree. But like being able to talk the way that I want to talk, being able to be the person I want to be, you know, experimenting with like, you know, dressing up and having fun cosplays, like being able to share my opinion about being an Asian person in this space, being able to, you know, share, like, some of my, like, more edgy humor. Being able to be as unhinged as I want to be publicly. All that shit, like, it means a lot. It's really cool to have a community that isn't holding me to an impossible standard anymore. That is okay with me changing. Is okay with me occasionally having takes that are maybe, like, a little bit weird. That can be argued against. You're allowed to argue against my weird takes. I don't need parasocial stands. I need real people hanging out and having hopefully a great time. That's all I give a shit about. So, like, thank you. Like, genuinely thank you for hanging out and being here and letting me change as a creator and a human being. Like, it's really cool. It's like something I never really thought was gonna happen, honestly. Let my head be big, Brian, if I smack into the door frame. Well, I do that anyway. Crafty, 3 months! No way! Melinda, enjoy the emotes and the sub badge. That's so kind. Thank you so much, Crafty. That's really, really nice. Melinda, enjoy those emotes and sub badge. I'm so sorry if I get canceled within the next 3 months and you're stuck with a problematic streamer's emotes and sub badges. Thank you to both of you for being here. Got class at 12, which is Wildflowers. Take care. Thanks for vibing for a bit. All right, bass exhaust. Got to do these. It's the bass exhaust. What the hell's the bass exhaust? Wait. Turret wall? Oh. There's that. Bass exhaust. Exhaust well? Oh, this. Okay. I think I see what it needs. This one, this little one back there. Yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. No parasocial stands. Well, crap. Let me get rid of my Girbeagly altar. Me listening while collecting my parasocial points. You guys know what I mean. It's like, you guys aren't holding me to impossible, unrealistic, non-human standards. I'm allowed to make some mistakes, and some of you will leave when I make those mistakes, and that's okay. But ultimately, I think a lot of us understand, like, have an understanding that people are going to make mistakes here, and we're allowed to change and learn and grow together. I think that the fact that none of you are trying to, like, find my fucking address is pretty nice. So that's what I mean by that. It's not like you just blindly agree with everything I say. This chat argues with me all the damn time. You guys remember tier list streams. Very cool to see you change. You were great before, and you're great now, and a perfect example that anything is possible with a weird little community of sleep-deprived gremlins. Beans, I'm glad that you look at it that way, because that's genuinely how I look at it as well. I love collecting emotes from different channels. They're all so cute. Yeah, I honestly, so many of our emotes were done by Griffin Slade. Slade has done an incredible job, also known as Pigeon Latte on Twitter. Slade has done some really good emotes for us. People don't need others to put them on a pedestal or exempt them from mistakes. They need people to treat them as equals and help them learn and grow from mistakes. Yeah. And that's so easy to do. And as a result, it alleviates pressure on the other person because you're not holding them to this golden standard. You are treating them like a fellow human being. And it's just easier to see people's true colors that way. Like, genuinely. Like, you actually get closer as people that way. Like, in a very genuine way. I dreamt about standing in the gremlin pose the other day. The power stance is what that is. Slade's so talented. So talented. Slade? Honestly, I like we have one of the most mature communities out there. We understand and embrace change. Wait, we understand and embrace change. Okay. And all that, and aren't weird. The bad kind. Yeah, we're weird in some good ways. All seriousness, I do think that's one of the great things about this community. It feels really natural here instead of just an entire chat of people sucking up to the streamer, trying to get attention, which I've seen before and been a part of. It's kind of draining. Yeah, and everyone has their own tastes, and there's, like, you know, some people get, like, great things out of those streamers, and I'm never going to throw shade at those kind of streamers, because I literally, I don't know, I used to tailor my content for that kind of audience back in the day, including on YouTube, and, like, even how I tweeted and shit. But now I'd like to think that, especially with the help of, like, therapy and just life experience and getting older in general, and knowing the type of person I want to be, it's helped me so much. Wait, were we in the just chatting category the whole time? Not the whole night, chat. This is what I was talking about. This is why I needed the night off from horror games. My brain has been zapped completely. Oh my god, bro. Several people brought it up earlier. I'm sorry I missed it. I mean, we have been... Yeah, we have been just chatting this whole time. The gameplay is background. Oh my god. I'm so stupid, dude. Anyone can become a streamer, okay? Anyone can make content. It is not hard to do what I'm doing. Shoot for your goals. Shoot for the stars. You can fucking do this. Oh, God. Good God. Oh, that's so funny. I forgot what I was saying. Just chatting simulator. Oh, base front panel. Okay, I can do that. I don't even remember. It doesn't... See, this is why I also hate rambling, is because it makes me remember that I was just rambling about some shit probably no one cares. 30% of you in the chat give a shit about. Just me pontificating about random crap. Unable to shut off my motor mouth that I've been cursed with. Can I get squished by this? Oh, it went through me. Weird. I care, smile. Well, you're parasocial. It's not rambling anymore. It's just chatting. I don't know. All right, note takers in chat. What the hell was I even talking about? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I am the way I am. Is it still parasocial if I'm in the same room right now? That's the most parasocial. I care too. I do care. I love rambling back and forth. Rambling's the best part of the hangout. You're watching me, sure, Morgan, but you don't even remember all the crap I was talking. You don't remember the very important thing. Toxic partner calls their girlfriend parasocial. Canceled IRL, not clickbait. How many views do you think we could get for that, chat? I need my first 1 million view video. Arguing with Morgan. Maybe that would do it. I'm editing, sorry. Morgan has things to do. It's true. I'm a chronic rambler, and my coworkers hate me sometimes because I'll get going on a tangent and then brain deletes the stop button. That's how I am. Why do you think I'm a streamer? No one can tell me to shut up, and if they do, I get to go, guess what? You literally have no power here. You cannot make me shut up. Like, genuinely. A video of Sig. What if I watch it 1,000,000 times? You're welcome. Honestly, post it as a YouTube short and you can get as many as you want. 100 billion views. Let's discuss a movie we disagree on and then it won't be clickbait. It's true. Morgan and I have a lot of similar tastes in movies, but we also have a lot of non. I don't remember. Gripper short 1 million views. Chat, what was I talking about? Even I'm bored by myself. Discuss Twilight together? I mean, I think that we both mutually love Twilight. It's just like for different reasons. Morgan also, though, does acknowledge that Twilight is inherently a very fucking weird movie. Head empty. Watch my high school play and see how long it takes you to cringe and turn it off. When I open the YouTube app, it goes straight to shorts, and sometimes it'll show me some kid's homemade video with 10 views. Love that for that kid. Also, though, kids should not be on the internet that young. If you lack the ability to understand the consequences of your actions due to age and inexperience, you probably should not be on the internet. That's all I gotta say. Twilight is very bad, and that's what makes it very good. Yeah, Morgan and I both agree on that part of it. Whoever cringes first loses. You're talking about streamers who cater to an audience. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to put out, because I'm paranoid that what I say is going to be taken out of context by chronically online people, which it often is. But like that statement right there, they'll be like, that was so problematic. Which, in case, like, I don't want those types of people in my fucking community anyway. But, like, to me, genuinely, I just don't like hurting people's feelings who don't deserve it. And people who do cater to that kind of audience where they are, like, obviously, I don't want them to be parasocial with their stands because there is a power dynamic inherently when you become someone with a platform. But, like, I have nothing against the people who cater with a certain type of content to people, you know? Like, do you? Make what you want to make. That's not my problem. That's not my channel. That's not my community. As a result, I've gotten to make the kind of content I like to make without anyone telling me what kind of content I should be making. And here are all of you. And this shit fucking rules. These streams that every time I've done one of these powerwash podcast style streams, it's been awesome. It is one of my favorite things in the world. This is so laid back and chill. And we raised over $100 more for St. Jude. Like, what the hell? Rambling for a good cause. All of you guys are kicking ass. That's how desperate YouTube is for shorts. Honestly, I have some friends whose shorts have popped off, and they're like, yeah, I made this, like, silly video, and then I came back to my dashboard, and I had 10 million views. And I couldn't even keep up with the comments. Yeah, not setting unrealistic expectations and standards, right, Morgan? Thank you. Yeah, in this community, I never feel like people do that here. If they do not stick around for very long because they learn that, A, I'm a no bullshit person and I've always got hands. And then also that we're never going to align with their really fucking toxic takes about shit that are just unhealthy for anyone to hold other human beings to. Fingies! One of his fingies needs washing. Your finger needs washed, as they would say in some parts of Pennsylvania and lots of Ohio. Adorable and horrible seeing kids' videos on YouTube or TikTok. Like, you find adorable little, look at this surprise toy my mom got me. Like this one audio of someone applying hand sanitizer and saying I should call her was getting used by, like, a 5-year-old child. Oh, no! No, anytime I see a really young kid online, I do flag their account because I'm like, this is going to save you and other people a lot of trouble. Xijin Wong, am I saying your name right? I hope I am. Thank you for the raid. Thank you so much, raiders. Welcome on in. Yes? Okay, awesome. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What were you up to? Thank you for your raid in here. Happy AAPI month. Hey, love seeing that in chat. Happy AAPI month to those who are part of the AAPI community. Built a custom keyboard. That's so cool. I wish I had the brain to do that kind of thing. I'm, like, very into, like, peripherals, like mice and keyboards, but that's because I'm a sweaty, disgusting, gremlin first-person shooter gamer a lot of the time. So, like, I get really into, like, different switches on keyboards and then, like, different types of mouses and, like, their pull rates and stuff. More like building 2 custom keyboards in 5 hours. Damn, that's some talent, though. Hi! Welcome! I'm assuming most of you are brand new to me. You're brand new here. Please read the rules so you don't get timed out by me, a mod, or Nightbot. We'd hate to have that happen. My name is Brian, a.k.a. Girbeagly. I'm a Korean-American, full-time Twitch partner, YouTuber, voice actor, you name it. Do a little bit of everything from AAA games down to indies. I open Pokemon cards. I do cosplay. All over the place. Found you on the shelf? That's so sweet. Thank you. You're Brian, right? Oh, man. Do you know who I am? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if you know who I am. My reputation precedes me. Yeah, but hey, welcome on in. We're playing a bit of Power Wash Sim to take a break from what we've been doing for this entire month, which is raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to find a cure for cancer. But we've raised this much money this month. Well, it just went away. Cool. So glad when tech agrees with me. But we've raised over $13,000 with a goal of $15K. Even $1 donations right now are being matched by one of our other generous donators. So if you donate $1, you might not think it's a lot, but A, it's getting doubled, which is really great. And B, $1 can buy stuff like hand sanitizer, tissues, office supplies for the admin staff, all sorts of great things that keep the hospital running and allow everyone to do their job to make sure that these families never have to pay a bill for any of the medical care they're getting, the travel, the lodging, etc. And also, so the hospital can keep doing its thing, working towards a cure for cancer and saving kids' lives. So, really cool organization. Been following you on Twitter for a long time. Again, I'm so sorry. I think I got introduced to you through Joey. I'm so sorry. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I've known Joey for years. He was one of my original YouTube friends way back in the day. But that's cool to know that some people know who the hell I am. If you don't know me again, welcome on in. Feel free to follow if you'd like to. Those of you who are, appreciate it a ton. Thank you so much for doing so. Thanks for joining our humble little community. Those of you who don't, I'm not going to take that personally. There's literally like thousands of people streaming right now, and you're not going to like vibe with everyone's energy. So go do your thing. That's A-okay. Go take care of what you need to take care of and find streamers that align with you more. That said, hi. We're just, again, taking a break from horror games, which I've been doing a marathon of horror games this entire month to raise money for charity. And I'm not good at horror games. I've mainly just been screaming to the point where I've peaked my mic several times. It's been a hell of a gauntlet this month. It's been a lot of noise. It's been a lot of pain for me. So I needed a mental break. So I'm doing Power Wash Sim tonight. Sometimes it be like that for real. I've loved the screaming. How are you what they call a masochist by any chance? Because I've gone back and listened to some of the clips that I've had from this month, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually the worst, dude. I'm the worst human being. What's your favorite horror game so far? Cerebellum, good to see you here. Are you talking about this month? Oh man, I think it's a toss-up right now for me between, I really love how Prey, the 2017 Prey game, is handling its, like, brand of sci-fi horror. It's really cool, and I like the fact that I'm, like, leveling up and getting, like, you know, skills and whatever. That's cool. Oh, Shijin, thank you so much for the $20, which has been doubled to $40 more. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. And we're at $12,580 raised for St. Jude. That's so kind of you. Thank you. And thank you to Crafty again for putting in the dono match. That helps out a ton, and it's helped us meet a lot of our goals a lot quicker. Love that game. Yeah, I like that. And you wish you could see. Oh my god, A Green. Not only was I not in the right category for 90% of this stream, but I just did the thing that I always do. Love how this game looks. Dono match. Yeah, dono match. It's amazing. We're about to hit 90K raised for St. Jude overall, by the way, chat. Also, this is something I didn't have to sign an NDA or anything, so I'm going to share this with chat because I did just agree with this. So Tiltify did a little AAPI Heritage Month shout out for me. And they mentioned that we've raised over $124,000 for charity over the years, which is really cool. But they want to do a follow-up feature, like Community Spotlight with me, where they're going to do like a 20 to 30 minute interview with me to talk about the fundraising that we've done. Your face is nice to look at, too. We're not complaining. Oh, my God. Stop it, you. So that's really cool. I'm very excited to do that. All right, which shoulder guard? This shoulder guard? I'm sorry I started so late, chat. Appreciate everyone who's hung out this long. Avi, you're wonderful. Congratulations. Thank you. I've been working with Tiltify since I think like 2016 or 2017. So to have raised, $124,000 raised by this community. I always bring this up. You guys have literally changed and saved lives with like the fundraising that you've done and the help that you've done towards these fundraising campaigns. Thank you for that. But B, $124,000 raised just on Tiltify. The craziest part of that for me is remembering when I used to do independent fundraising before we had platforms and tools like Tiltify has. You had to fundraise like different ways to fundraise back in the day on YouTube. And so we have raised way more than 120. Well, not way more, but at least a couple $1,000 more than 124,000. That's really cool. That's like mind-boggling. That's amazing. It's thanks to this community. Everyone here is incredible. So supportive. Okay, did I get this arm? Did it actually ding? I don't think it did. No, it's still... Oh, man. Back in the day. Yeah, back in the day. I've been doing this a long time. Been a nice break from the horror, and we're getting some nice conversations. Been enjoying the time here no matter how long. Thank you, Brookie. It's been nice having you here. For me, having these little moments is just... It's just very important, again. When I use the word community, I want it to feel like a community. I don't want it to just be like, oh, you're my community because you, like, show up to stand my content and you buy my merch. Cool. Like, I used to be, like, you know, again, someone who made content that catered to that. And I definitely appreciate, like, you know, financial support and that kind of thing. But what I consider a community and what I consider worthwhile putting my time into as a creator on whatever platforms I happen to have has changed so much over the years. And it's a lot, in part because of you guys. So thank you. I heard the wow. Centennial! Thank you for $20 more. That just got donation matched as well. Thank you. We are at 13,620 because of that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Centennial. That's so cool. Thank you. But your finger hard sweatpants do happen to be the comfiest pants I own, just saying. I love those. Every time those have to go into the wash, I am so sad. I'm like, no, but I was wearing those. I'm gonna go eat. Yes, please go take care of yourself. It was so lovely meeting you. Thank you again for rating, and I hope that you enjoyed your time here. Please go take care of you, though. It's very, very tiring to stream, for sure. This mech thing looks like... Yeah, this is the Final Fantasy VII Powerwash Sim DLC because Powerwash Sim was made by... And thank you again. I always forget to put the ad for Powerwash Sim, but Square Enix sent me this game because I'm on their PR list, and they literally just send me every video game they've ever made, which is amazing. But Powerwash Sim was actually funded by something called the Square Collective, which was a program that they set up to basically fund indie games, but publish them under the Square Enix name. So Square Enix and Powerwash Sim worked on Final Fantasy VII Remake DLC when the remake came out. And then also, they did Tomb Raider because they used to own Eidos, and then they just recently resold them again. Crystal Dynamics and Eidos. So that is why you're seeing Final Fantasy VII in Powerwash. And now Powerwash is about to do a collaboration with SpongeBob, which I'm actually really excited about because we're gonna get to like wash the Krusty Krab and Bikini Bottom. It'll be really cool. But yeah, they have access to all the assets of Final Fantasy stuff. So this might not even be like this Midgar DLC that they put out. And by the way, this was a free DLC. And so is the Tomb Raider one, and I'm pretty sure so will the SpongeBob one. Not only did they do this, but I wouldn't be that surprised if there is more Final Fantasy related DLC when like 16 comes out or 15 comes out. 16. We're on 16 now. Jesus, I'm a fake Final Fantasy fan. It's literally my favorite franchise of all time. That also explains the Tomb Raider DLC. Yeah, because it was also Square. They put it out when Square still owned Tomb Raider. Does that open the door for other Nickelodeon shows? I don't know. I guess it depends on how Paramount/CBS wants to move forward with that deal. But it's so cool to see what was essentially an indie dev be able to work with be funded and published and work with Square Enix on this because they were part of the Square Enix's indie program. And then also, like, then finesse larger brands like frickin' SpongeBob. Like, I know SpongeBob's in, like, everything. Like, where's SpongeBob Fortnite? I played the shit out of that. But SpongeBob has been licensed out to, like, a lot of stuff, but it is very cool to see a game like this be involved with SpongeBob. Imagine a Kingdom Hearts DLC and you just hose down Donald as punishment for not healing you. Oh my god, I want that now. I really actually want that now. Because god, Donald's AI in Kingdom Hearts 1 especially is the most... That is like war crime level bad. It's terrible. He is just absolutely... He's the worst. It's like, Donald, please use your MP to heal Sora when Sora's 1 HP. And Donald is like, ah! And like casts fire. You're like, dude, why did you do that? That was a fire enemy. You're the worst. And he's like, you know? Terrible. Genuinely terrible interactions. Hey, what's up, Slugadoom? Heck yeah, some satisfying power washing. Don't mind if I do. Slugadoom, just to warn you, I'm probably going to be ending sometime soon, since it's very late for me. That said, appreciate having you here. You missed a hell of a lot of deep, heavier, more me ranting conversations about my beliefs, and I chased away a lot of people. Not really, actually. Chat was amazing to talk to during all that stuff. But welcome. Amazing Donald voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Deadweight Donald, yeah. He's doing his best. I don't know if that is enough in that game, though. Also, on the reverse, them using it so much and wasting the bigger heals. Right, yeah. Good God. What part of this needs to be washed? I'm begging the game to just let a little droplet hit the part that allegedly needs to be washed so I can leave this shoulder guard. Oh my god, I got it. I'm the best gamer of all time. Tank Buster Cannon. That's the big cannon, I believe. Which is this one? That's the rear machine gun. Tank Buster Vent? What's the Tank Buster Cannon? I actually don't know what that is. Tank Buster Cannon, baby. Hello. You're telling me one of these front turrets isn't a Tank Buster? The big bomber? Brother, I would like to clean your... Oh, it's this thing in here. Hot dang. Hot dang. And then the vent? What counts as the vent? That's piping. Put it on the glass. What glass? The little glass dish in the microwave. This is the vent. You gotta be. That's his chest! What is wrong with you? Look, Tank Buster, if you want to vent, they have therapy for that. Kind of sus if you want to vent. I saw the Tank Buster vent. Megan, you cry. Hello, hi. Welcome to a very late stream. It's 3 in the morning. I'm Who was it? House of May that I got into a public insane off with earlier? I think I've won. I won. I beat you. You've lost. Objectively. I'm publicly insane at 3 a.m. playing a Power Wash game, talking about about my feelings for like 3 hours. I am a walking poster child for therapy. I won. Hey, Green, thank you for those $5. Those are doubled into 10, as you can see on the screen. Thank you again, Crafty, for your contribution of the donation match. That puts us at 13,630. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Also, I missed. I wasn't hit the button. I gotta hit the button 2 times or 3 times for all the donuts that came through tonight, and it's gonna hurt my brain to drive me more insane. Cactus Prince, yes. I hate this button. I hate it. I really wish we had... I'm the one holding me back from finding the one that has the little patient going, thank you, like really cute. I'm the one who's kept the 2016 Mountain Dew button. Cactus Prince, you're right, though. Yes, no. Very unhinged series. Probably one of the most unhinged. It's like, if the characters in, like, a Final Fantasy game were transported to Disney Dreamlight Valley, except that it was an AU where Walter White lived there, and everyone was cooking meth out of trailers, then you have Kingdom Hearts. There it is. I hope Boogie holds on that button and we get to keep this one. It's a Wattpad mashup fanfic. It is. Have you ever wanted to see your favorite Final Fantasy characters team up with your favorite Disney characters to kill some vaguely threatening-looking enemies? Yeah. How did you get into my Wattpad fanfic? I'm just built different, chat. It happens. Listen, as a content creator, I'm just better than regular people. You all know it. That's why I'm sharing my opinion on the internet like it's fact, chat. Get used to it, because you don't make as much money as me or have a privileged lifestyle like I do. Clip that. No, that's going to be used so out of context. Oh, no. I've canceled myself. A toxic streamer. Would you believe me if I said I knew streamers and specifically streamers who act like that? It's bad. All right. Man, I can't believe that took so long. Lots of nooks and crannies to get that water into. Seeing the cartoony looking Donald and Goofy and the anime looking Sora with the IRL looking Tron or Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, it's like if you only, like, your favorite thing to do is go to Disney World, but while you were there, all you ever did was sat in the hotel and read manga, and then you were walking through a part of the park, and a low-flying, low-orbit satellite fell out of the sky and hit you in the head and gave you a concussion. Kingdom Hearts is what you dream about. It's, like, really weird. With some of the stuff you've told us, yes, I would believe you know people like that. Yeah. The time-lapse is kind of... yeah, I like that they do the time-lapse at the end. Some deep lore about Final Fantasy VII, except not really. It's just Heidegger going, oh, yes, you've made the robot so that we can kill the rebels, the terrorists. But then we're also doing favors for Tifa and everyone else. I'm on Tifa's side. Queen. Wait, continue campaign new? Where? Oh, new. Wait, new and in progress. Did I just finish the Final Fantasy VII DLC, chat? Is there only those 5 maps? I don't want to say only to, like, diminish the devs' work, because this was a free add-on. But I think we might be done. Yeah, Tifa did nothing wrong ever. That's actually canonically true in Final Fantasy VII. I'd believe you. I knew Arby's employees who acted like that. I mean, they have the meats. It's a fever dream with a complex plot. Yeah. I would die for Tifa? Yeah. I feel that. Isn't it 3 a.m. there now? Yeah, I pointed that out a little bit ago. So, I've just been living in it. Living in the 3 a.m. moment, as you gotta do sometimes. You know? Queen Tifa. True. I wasn't listening? Wow. After I explicitly begged my community to parasocially stan me. Well, you know what that means, angry mob of parasocial stans. We grab our torches and pitchforks and point them at Kettle Destroyer. Somehow that got one of you to donate to charity. Hey, this is great. This is content, baby. Guys, this is what I tell you all the time. Anyone can be a content creator. I have no intrinsic talents. I have nothing outstanding about myself that, like, is above average. I'm the most mid-human being alive. And all I have to do is say that we're going to kill Kettle Destroyer as a joke. Twitch staff watching, potentially. Don't TOS me. And it counts as content, and people donate to charity. Donate for the Stan Mob. Lulu, thank you for the $5. That's $10 more with the donation match coming on through to get us to a grand total of $13,640 raised for St. Jude. We are $1,360 away. That's it. $1,360. We did more than that in the first day of fundraising. From the 15K goal this month. That is so awesome. That is amazing. You're one step above mid at least. Thank you, Morgan. I love you. Only you're allowed to say that. Had to donate what I can with the dono match. Yeah! No, it's incredible. Kiakaha? Did I say that right, by the way, Lulu? I hope I did. I hope I didn't, like, say it slightly wrong and it ends up being, like, this really terrible phrase in, like, Maori. Yes, I did say. Okay, awesome. Wait, let me check something real quick, chat. I think I have to go. Wait, I have to go to my campaign, I think. So, Crafty's donation match, chat, for those of you who are wondering, is still going to be active for the next $129. So that is a grand total of, let's see, I'm not a math gay, but I can do this. 129 times 2 is is 258. So if someone donates $129, it will equal a grand total of $258 more towards the charity, which will put us right around the 14K mark, which is just absolutely crazy. You know? It's actually nuts. Can't wait for payday so I can donate again. Az, you're amazing. Appreciate you a ton. My brain and tongue cannot seem to do Maori properly. Even the word Maori gets all jumbled. Hey, as someone who has dyslexia and frequently stumbles over my words, I get it. Not all languages are designed super well for everyone. It just is an unfortunate side effect of speech impediments and things like that. So you're not alone. It's a term of endearment in Maori, in a sense. Oh, I love that. Toxic Streamer sets stands to fist fight fan in local Denny's parking lot at 3 a.m. I wouldn't be fist fighting in a Denny's parking lot at 3 a.m. I would be in there getting a spicy moons over my hammy sandwich. They made that. Oh my god. I had that first time like last month. It was so good. Brian, love you, but you butchered that? Wait, what did I butcher? Did you write another Maori phrase and I said it wrong or something? My brain's on autopilot. You'll have to forgive me. Keep reading Brian his brain. Oh, I do that all the time. The word Maori? How do you say it? Because that's the way that I've always heard it said. If that makes sense. But to be fair, mainly not from people who speak it. It'll be from, like, the whitest, like, Aussie of all time or someone. Beans, thank you so much for the $10. It just says, yes! Yes! Yeah, it's like that gif of, what's his face from WWE going, yes! Yes! I love that. Thank you. $10 turns into 20. Appreciate that a ton. That helps out in a huge capacity. Really does. Toxic Streamer doesn't read partner's message. Did partner have a message? Oh, what? Your Gerb hypers? Oh, jokes aside, I had to scroll up like 8 freaking years. You're a hottie and funny and kind and smart and could never be mid. I'm so lucky I have you because, like, if I didn't, then people would only see the mid, you know? It's like kind of pronounced moldy? Remember my nanny trying to explain it to people like that? Maori? I sound like a human being trying to do like a bad dog impression. Like Maori. Be your own partner? Oh, it be your own partner. You sound like Stitch.
Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. Yeah.
Bessie, I will literally post a clip on Twitter for you. Oh, do it. Do it. Thank you. Streamer canceled by partner on stream. Canceled because I won't accept that I am not mid. Sounds about right. Listen, I too understand those of you with unrealistic standards for yourself. I grew up in a time where there was no Korean representation at all in this fucking country. Like, at all. We had Bobby Lee on Mad TV. That was it. And he had to deal with some really egregious shit while he was on that show. And it was basically... all Asians were basically, like, the joke, the butt of every joke. Of, like, every racist joke out there. And that was, like, the comedy at the time. And growing up, you were either a punchline as an Asian, or you were like the wise old kung fu master that sat at the top of the mountain for the hero to find to just be a plot device. And Asians didn't get to take center stage. And then K-pop fucking happened. The Hallyu Wave happened to this country. And all these fucking creepy, fetishizing white people started only taking interest in me because I'm Korean. You're mad, mommy and daddy. And now, and that aside, we already talked about, like, creepy K-pop stans, right? I don't care if you like K-pop. That's fine. Don't fucking fetishize me or other Koreans. Don't fetishize the idols. Don't fetishize me. Don't fetishize anyone. I'll kick your ass. All right? That said, now I'm suddenly inundated in my Western media with K-dramas and variety shows that are getting translated onto YouTube of K-pop idols. And I like them too. Don't get me wrong. I watch so many. You can ask Morgan. I watch so many fucking K-dramas. I have a laundry list of K-dramas. Yeah, don't be weird. It's that easy. Don't fetishize anyone over anything. It's really that easy. Be mature, emotionally intelligent, consenting adults. Don't be a fucking weirdo. That's it. Yeah, you can appreciate the art without being weird. Exactly. Exactly. But as a result, now media is inundated with the most beautiful fucking K-pop, like, idols and, like, actors and shit. And that sets me up to fail because then I'm constantly looking at them and going, well, the American media thinks that these are really pretty people and the Korean media thinks these are really pretty people. I don't look like that. I'm fucking mid as shit. Oh, God, no wonder why girls in middle school didn't want to date me. Oh, shit. And then also now, that to double down on that, beauty standards in America for Asian people are that. They're the fucking really pretty naturally born Korean people, or the ones who have gotten like $1,000 of plastic surgery, and their stands will never admit that that's happened. It sucks. So now I can't even live up. Now that I'm like, yeah, there's Korean representation, and the country I'm from is like finally being celebrated, and it's cool to see people getting into like the culture that like I grew up with. Now now people here don't even think that I'm cool compared to the stuff they're fetishizing. I feel this can't win either way, right? Yeah, fuck beauty standards. Yeah, they're all a social construct, okay? We talk about this shit all the time. Morgan and I talk about this shit all the time. Growing up, we come from a generation where, like, they taught in school very regularly. It's not what's on the outside that counts, it's what's on the inside. And that's super cliche, and some of you are like, wow, that is so freaking cliche and stupid. But, like, it is one of those things I've always held very near and dear to my heart, because I do not like how I look. I never have since I was a kid, you know? But, like, I focused on trying to become a better person. I focused on being interesting. I focused on the stuff that comes from in here, you know? And it's very weird to see people moving back into, like, only looking at aesthetics. Thinking that aesthetics are the only thing that matters in life. Yeah, Centennial Bisexual, that's a great way to put it. The beauty standards get westernized or fetishized. Yep, absolutely. Lizzie Bears, hey, Eliza, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Bonk, love yourself. Thank you for bonking me. Appreciate that. I know, this is technically mods. If you want to use the strike command, that counts as a strike. You know? Yeah, chat is pretty. Yeah, that's the thing. And that's the thing. I've all of you are beautiful, but I want you to know that your personalities that shine through during the streams, that's the thing that, like, matters the most to me. You know? The dancing Jesus. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Oh my god. Amazing. 34 strikes. Oh my gosh. Anyway. K-pop ruined everything. This is coming from someone who loved K-pop way before it came to America. Oh, man. Yeah, a lot of... yeah, that's a great point that Morgan has. A lot of beauty standards are rooted in white supremacy as well. So... 34 bonks. Yeah, 34 whole bonks. Kind of wild. Very, very wild. Thank you for bonking me. Appreciate that. I appreciate you all being here. I gotta get going. It is 3:30 in the morning almost. I'm a psychopath. There's only one of you. You gotta love yourself, Belinda. Thank you. I love that. You guys are great. It's been nice hanging out. I would typically pass you. I mean, recently it hasn't been typical at all, but typically I would pass you guys off to someone else. But it is 3:30 in the gosh darn morning. So I'm gonna get going here. I'm gonna learn how to say Maori correctly. Thanks for joining. Yo, no, Melinda, thank you so much for being here again. I hope I don't get canceled in the next 3 months so that you can keep using those emotes and that sub badge. Lopes is playing Power Wash? Is he really? fellow incredibly unwell online person. Greg is live right now? What is Greg doing right now? Greg, playing Call of Lamb. Bro, go to bed. Actually, I think he's actually in Australia right now. So it's actually normal time for him. He's in yeah, okay. Everyone remembered but me. Friggin' Greg. Out in Aussie land. Hope he's having a great time. He's got good viewers for what's essentially off-peak for him. That's great. Kill it, Greg. Yeah, thanks for shouting out my boy Greg. I think I will raid Lopes because he is power washing as well. And us in the power wash community, we stand side by side. So, hey, chat, stay here. He's in our territory. Stay here. Even if you can't, stick around after the raid is over. Just to keep the numbers up while we raid into a friend of mine. You know, bigger number, more serotonin. Unfortunately, all of our brains are wired to see big number and be happy when you become a full-time content creator. So I want to make my friend happy. But then if you got to bounce right away like I'm going to have to do, it is what it is. Totally get it. Don't feel bad about doing that. But at least stick around for this raid so we can get over there. And, you know, that advertisers, sponsors like larger numbers. So, again, we're going to raid in with and even if it's just briefly before everyone dips out of the raid or out of the stream, we're manipulating. Listen, Twitch ain't doing it for us. Twitch ain't doing it for the streamers. So we're going to manipulate the tools and the systems we have to make each other look better so that sponsors can reach out and pay our friends. That's the way that it works. Using our power, exactly. All right, so let's get a raid message. Let's get a raid message going. I'm going to do... If you have a different smirky emote than the one I'm about to use, then feel free to put that one in instead if you don't have a sub here. Feel free to use a different smirky emote if you don't have this one. Yeah, finesse the system. Yeah, we kind of have to these days, especially we're in the middle of a freaking recession, guys. Like, it has not been kind on, like, my sub count or anybody's. Sponsorships aren't coming through as much, you know? Just to be totally transparent about it. And if you ask pretty much any other streamer going on right now, they're going to tell you the same shit. It's a little bit of a touch and go month for everyone right now. So that's why I appreciate the shit out of everyone. Okay. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the follows, the bits, the subs, the resubs, the gifted subs, the donations to charity, everything that comes through. Not only keeps my lights on, allows me to keep a roof over my head, pay my bills and rent, you name it. And so, you name it, that was a word. So that I'm able to keep streaming. Like, all that is like, thank you. But also, donating to the charity, helping out this cause. Look, we just raised, what was that, like $200 more tonight? Something like that? That's sick. That's a huge amount of money. That literally just saved a kid's life at St. Jude. Thank you. All of you are great. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for lurking. No matter what you did, you spent time in this community. That's so important to me as a streamer. I really, really hope that you got whatever you wanted out of this stream, whether that was laughter from the goofy jokes being told by me in chat, whether that was companionship from the people here hanging out, whether that was just something to put on in the background, to duck away, distract yourself from like the stresses of real life, watching an idiot play video games. Just forget about everything around you. Hey, that's why I stream. I stream to escape some of the stresses. I enjoy hanging out online and getting to play video games. It's cool. So, thank you. Like, genuinely, thank you for being here. Please know that your time is important to me. It's our most precious resource, so thank you for spending some of it here. Hope you all have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you so very much. Really, really do. Finger hearts as usual. Gonna go ahead and end this stream here. We're gonna raid. Please stay for the raid from my buddy Michael Lopriore. I hope I'm spelling his name right in the raid here because I am stupid. Let's start. Invalid username. I did that wrong. Look at me go. Hold up. Oh, he has the freaking. I'm a fake fan, and I'm a fake friend. He has the dash underneath. Hold up. He has that little dash guy. Again, stick around for at least the raid to drop the raid message, and then go. If you need to, after we get over to his channel. Just make sure that our boy's loved. If you don't know Lopes, by the way, he was very big on Vine back in the day. And Morgan and I were big fans of him. And it's so bizarre to feel like I become friends with someone like that I watched. Yeah, Ceiling Titty. Like, it's like I'm friends with this guy now who I like used to. I'd be in bed. It'd be like 3 in the morning. And Morgan and I'd be like scrolling through Vine. And we'd be like, check this out. It's Ceiling Titty. It's so weird that, like, that content's brought so many of us together again. It's really cool. Internet's a weird place. It really is, Valinda. All right, starting the raid. Ooh, all right. I'm going to crank my music a little. This is a banger of a song. For the raid, stay in the raid, please. I want to see that number as high as it can go. 'Cause I'm standing here with open arms. Oh, I just want somebody to hold me when I'm falling apart. All right, thank you for being here tonight, by the way. All of you are amazing. You're incredible. Can't wait to see all of you in the next stream. Tuesday, I will actually be playing Fatal Frame. I hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for being my community, letting me be me. Thank you so much for letting me talk about what I want to talk about, to feel represented, to just be here to hang. You guys are great. Gonna send the raid over now. There's, yeah, getting wet with Lopes is the message. Make sure you put that in the chat when you raid over. I'm gonna see you guys over there, okay? Take care. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Have a great start to your week. Goodbye. Goodbye.